All right, and we are recording as well. Cool. All right, so this is our fifth session. We will go ahead and roll a d3. Everyone was here last session for the recap. Yeah. Any questions about that?
Nope.
Cool. All right. So that will be Colette.
All right. All blurry as I am. I'll fix that in a moment. So, during last session, we finished exploring the cave that we had fought the underwater creature in a couple sessions ago. Found a massive spider web and decided to run away, as any smart adventurer does. We traveled for a few days and found a familiar cart along the path. The cart of a Ladrin family from the town that we just left, and realized that there had been some sort of a scuffle there, and found some drag marks leading off into the woods. We decided to pursue the drag marks to try to find and save the family. Found ourselves in a swamp where we were attacked by some sort of alligator. We were able to defeat the alligator creature, and then continued on after the drag marks, finding yet another cave. And when we entered the cave, we were approached by two unidentified creatures, which is when the session ended, and that's where we will most likely pick up.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything to add?
No.
And it's not a trick. If you don't have anything to add, that's cool too.
Unless that's a trick.
It's all a trick. No.
It's in my mind.
If nobody's got anything, then no, I'd say that's a pretty good recap. Go ahead and add your inspiration. Do you know how to do that?
Yes, I do.
Cool. Alrighty then. That. There we go. All right, I had to reload the streaming thingy, or else it was gonna get weird on us. All right. Like I said, we will be waiting on, or we won't be waiting on him, but Cliff should be in a little bit later. We'll go ahead and jump back into where we were at. You guys had just entered the cave. There were two individuals. We'll call them maybe friends. We don't know yet. Cool. Let me describe these individuals to you because I did not last time. So you see, as you enter this cave, there's some torches and whatnot, just as you see in the screen. And there is Nero, kind of, I know I have him marked as prone, but he's not prone. He's more like got his hands on his head and he's kind of like kneeling down in a squat. As you actually enter the cave, to your left and right, there are individuals who are wearing what looks to be scarecrow garb. I'm sure most of you know what scarecrows are, and I feel like maybe Miku does not like scarecrows, if I had to make assumptions. A weird instinctual hate for scarecrows. So, yeah. I know I said you don't know what their business is, but I'm just going to go ahead and place you all into initiative as they lunge at you. All right. Go ahead and do your rolls. And I will roll for Cliff. just waiting on Miku, I believe. Did everybody freeze on me?
Nope.
Oh,
No,
no.
I was looking through my sheet.
Miku, have you rolled initiative yet?
Oh, sorry.
If you don't remember where it's
Yeah.
at, it is the 2 crossed swords in the upper right-hand corner.
Do you know how I add my mage armor to my armor class?
Just keep it in mind.
Okay.
So, like, if you've got 11 plus 5, 16, just remind me.
Okay.
Because I tend to ask you because it's hard to keep track of everybody else's AC. So I'll
Mhm.
ask you, like, hey, does a, I don't know, 15 hit? Whatever. But yeah. Let's go ahead and start this beautiful game footage. All right. Nylar, you happen to be the closest individual right now, so I am going to make friends with you.
Oh boy.
And
Those friends.
he is going to go ahead and pull out a long sword as a friend. And he's
As
going
a friend does.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's weird. It rolled and then didn't show the roll. We'll try that again.
And my AC is 14, if you were curious.
Okay, I may have to do this manually. I think there might be an issue.
Is it because you have the game pause still?
You know, that could very well be it. I wonder. I swear if that's it, I'm going to be so mad. Nope, that was not it. Okay. So I just rolled it manually. Does a 21 hit?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. You are going to go ahead and take 6 whole points of damage.
Ouch.
Slashing damage at that.
Mm.
Oh, that should not still be active.
All right. Moving to the next one. I don't feel any reason to necessarily pick on Nylar himself, but I'm going to go for Colette. Actually, I would have moved closer, so we'll do that because reasons. Again, pulls out a longsword. Another 21.
Yep.
And that is also going to be for 6 damage. Slashing if it matters. Why are you near death all of a sudden? Oh,
Because I typed wrong.
okay. All right. Cliff, in his quiet, masculine sort, as one does, he is going to go ahead and Sacred Flame the one on the right. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it's not showing up on his either. I wonder if it's just my game. But that was for 4 radiant, so we will see if he survives this dex throw. He does, and so that is not going to do anything. Colette, you are up.
All right. I'm gonna hit him in the face with a mace.
Ooh, Mason.
Just swing it off my belt. I don't think it'll hit, though. I believe it's a 10. Although I don't see the roll.
Uh, I
I believe I'm having the same problem you were.
Yeah, we had this issue once before with one of the modules. There was an update that happened, and then it was just acting up.
Alright.
If you need to, go ahead and roll it manually.
Okay. +4, so it's a 17.
That will miss.
Okay. And then I'm going to.
If you move, you will take
Yep,
2 opportunity
I know.
attacks.
Oh, that's right. There's just 2 of them close. Damn. All right, that'll end my turn then.
Miku, you are up.
Okay, these scarecrows really piss her off, so she's gonna rage.
A rage.
And she's going to recklessly attack these strawmen.
Okay. So go ahead and it's not. The attacks don't seem to be working. If you want to give it a shot, see if maybe it's not affecting you. We can do that too. 13 and a 3. If you want to.
And I roll it again.
Yeah.
Okay, so 13 is the higher roll.
Okay. And what's your modifier?
Oh, okay. No, that doesn't include my modifier. My modifier is +3.
Okay, 16.
Yeah.
Then. No, that will not hit. They seem to be quite sturdy.
Okay. Without much else I can do, I end my turn.
Okay. Nylar.
All right. So how deep down does that water appear to be, out of curiosity?
Go ahead, give me a perception check. Let's see if those rolls work.
Hey.
Okay, at least those work. 15. Probably 5 or 6 feet.
With the edge being 5 or 6 feet above the water, or just the water?
If you're asking how high the edge is, maybe 6 inches to a foot.
Oh, okay.
The water, it's clear enough right now that you could see maybe 5 to 6 feet.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, he is instead going to try out a fun little magic missile.
Okay. Magic missile. Here, I thought you were going to push Colette into the water.
But as these runes begin to form around him again, he just plucks one from it, throwing another in it, and it ignites instead into a burst of flame. And
fire.
I will use my scribe feature to make it fire damage. And then I will shoot 2 darts at the one next to me, and 1 dart at the one further away.
Okay, and since we can't see these rolls for whatever reason, go ahead and roll 3d4. And you said first 2 against the one on the left and 1 on the bottom right?
Correct.
Okay. Because manual rolls seem to be showing up pretty alright. So that's 2, 6 against the Scarecrow. And I know you changed it up to fire, but it doesn't seem to be affecting them any more or less than before.
All right. And with that,
And 2 against this guy. But they obviously hit.
Mhm.
First blood.
So yep. The 4, so 6 to the one on the left, and then 2 on the one on the right. And then I will end my turn because I don't want to get punched in the face.
I don't want to get punched in the face. All right. Miku. This one's going to come for you. You just swung something massive at it. It's not happy with that. So, let's go ahead and roll this. Beautiful, beautiful bean footage. I'm going to have to roll it twice. Let's do advantage. Because you're reckless, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes, it does.
All right. Well, he swings his long sword at you. That will be 10 slashing damage.
So have that to 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
He'll end his turn where he's at. I say he, but we actually don't know what they are. I do, but you don't.
It's a scarecrow. I'm going to default to it.
It. Yes. All right. This one is again coming for you, Colette. That one is an 18.
That hits.
All right. For 5 damage. 5 slashing. Still has you concentrating on Tasha's caustic brew for whatever reason.
Yeah, it still had me concentrating from a spell way back.
And its concentration is turned off too. I don't understand.
Huh. Whatever. You'll eventually fail it.
I'm not rolling it.
It automatically rolls it in the background.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to worry about such things. Again, Cliff is going to get ahead and aim for the guy on the right with his Sacred Flame. Extra Sacred. And we will throw that out there. Okay, that is a 5 radiant damage. And he rolls a 17. So he will not take anything from that. Colette, they are chunking at you.
Yep, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Ooh, good spell.
Don't know how to indicate that I've cast it on myself.
Let's see here. I don't think there is one specifically, but I think there's like a blessed or some silly shit that we can use in its place. This kind of looks like a shield. We're going to say you're turned.
Alright, hold on. No, it turned it back. Okay, whatever. Alright, and that will end my turn, as I cannot run away.
You could. I just wouldn't recommend it.
Right, yeah.
Okay, Miku is still pissed at the scarrow right in front of her, and she's gonna double down on that reckless attack,
Ooh, double down. Let's see it.
which is good because the first attack she gets is a nat 1. There we go. Does a 21 hit? I mean, a dirty 20 hit.
A dirty 20 will, in fact, connect. And if it helps, over in the bottom right-hand corner, you can actually roll d20s with advantage, and you can add, your modifier, if you keep it in mind. So, and that will show up.
Does the damage roll stored anywhere? I don't see it.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well, then I'll just roll it myself.
Yeah, I've just been having to roll manually and throw in the modifiers.
So that's a +5 because of her strength modifier and her proficiency, which I believe adds to damage for rages.
Okay.
And min damage, but still, that's better than not hitting at all.
Well, and you said add +2, so it's +5 then +2.
No, +5 is the one with the proper addition.
Okay, that's everything. Yeah. I mean, still 6 damage is nothing to sneeze at, and it cuts into this individual deeply. They're very unhappy with you.
Alrighty. In an attempt to, try and help my buddy out here, let's throw a mind sliver at this fine gentleman.
Which one is that? This guy?
The one on the right, yep, that I was targeting. Because remember, you can target things.
Well, he does in fact fail that.
Huzzah.
So that was how much?
One.
How much damage?
1d6.
It didn't show
rolled
up in chat. Did you remember what the damage was?
It was a 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then
We'll kind of do the honor system here.
I appreciate it. And then I'll do the... Do you want me to roll the d4 for its next save?
You know what? Yes. It's your spell. I like to give you the ability to cripple your opponent as much as possible.
Thank you. I love crippling them. Before
yes.
those kneecaps.
So next saving throw. Okay.
And then... not liking this situation. Let's do that. Throw out a... Did I prepare? Yes. Misty Step.
Ooh, good spell. Good spell.
30. And I will move Neelar 5 over by our friend. With a little closer of a look, can I tell what's their reaction in all this? What's going on?
He seems to be on the ground, almost trembling.
All right. Don't worry, we're the ones getting hit. And he'll end his turn.
Sorry, I was just double checking that we were actually getting sound on the stream. Don't want to end up like the other group, where they had a whole session
As
no
a
sound.
side note as well, it doesn't get rid of your mana when you're casting spells at the moment, so just remember to do it manually.
Oh man, we're having all sorts of issues tonight, huh? Okay. Well, that is the nature of a Foundry and the custom modules. Not knowing where the hell you went, because it is facing Miku at the moment, and you just happen to disappear out of its side eye, bombacious side eye, it is going to go ahead and go after our good old friend Miku once again.
I was gonna question a little, but yeah, I made her short and light. Lots of muscle, but hollow bones mean she loses weight.
I know, but they make great straws.
Blowguns.
Yes.
Or blowguns. I mean, that's a
Flutes, really, the options are endless.
Does a dirty 20 hit you?
Obviously.
Gotta ask, you never know. Alright, that is going to be 8 slashing damage towards you as it brings the sword down into your feathers. This next one is attempting on you again, Mr. Colette. He has to roll a wisdom save with a -2. And it ended up being a 12.
It just fails.
All right.
Huzzah.
So I believe he has to go to a different person, right?
Indeed.
If he can within range, I think, right?
Tells the creature the target's warded the creature with an attack or harmful spell must make. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. Yeah,
They've still got movement. I don't see why they couldn't use it.
I think it's at that moment because it
Yeah.
attempted the attack.
yeah. I think I'm picturing it like mid-swing, like, oh man, I really don't want to hit this guy for reasons, but this guy right next to him, yeah, fuck that guy. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, he contemplates his life, or their life.
Oh no, existential dread.
Oh no.
I'm next.
Again,
Nope, no, close up. No.
we're gonna go ahead and Sacred Flame. This time it's a 7. Again, same guy. So let's see him. He does fail with a 12. So he is going to get lit up by Cliff's flame of sacredness.
Oh, right, I forgot to add the radiant damage to one of the scarecrows. Can I do that now, even though it's not Miku's turn?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay,
How much is it?
1d6. So in addition to the damage she dealt, add 4 more.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Daddy is kind.
He takes the radiantness of your glowing feathers. And that is Cliff's turn.
All right. I'm going to take an attack of opportunity and run around this individual 15 feet to the other side. There we go.
Okay.
And so attack of opportunity from
Do you believe he
Mr. Badly Injured.
He does get a 15 on that, so he will swing on you.
Yep. 15 on. Oh, the sanctuary. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. But he rolls an 11.
Oh, sweet. I got lucky.
I don't believe that hits.
Nope. But I am going to turn around, line them up, and cast Tasha's Caustic Brew, which
Caustic.
is a 30-foot line, 5 feet wide. And I need both of them to make a dex save.
Okay. Did it give you a template or no? If you use your
Drag this
scroll
one, yeah.
wheel on it, it will. So if you go to the little L on the left-hand side with the measurement controls and hover over it, you can change the way it shows by using your scroll wheel, and it'll do a full circle. So click, or maybe it doesn't. Whatever. Just next time before you lay the template, I know you can change it, so we won't worry about it. We'll just consider it good.
Okay.
All right, you said a dex save.
Yep.
All right, they both. The first one's a 3.
Does this
The
Scroll.
second one is a 13.
does this hit Miku
No.
or okay, good.
He would try to line it up so that it doesn't,
Yeah.
which
So
should be possible.
I believe that's 1 pass and 1 fail.
That is correct. And I rolled 6 for the damage. I can re-roll it since it didn't show up in the.
You said it rolled a 6? We can go with
It did.
that.
Okay. A 2 and a 4. And that will be the end of my turn.
Let's see here. Creature cover. So let's see here. Sorry, I forget what Tasha's does. I know it covers them in acid.
Okay, she's gonna go for that.
I can't even open my character sheet now. That's why. Because
So am I reading this
it doesn't
right?
do anything now, does it?
What's that?
It doesn't do anything to them now. So the one that failed is covered in acid, and they will take damage.
Oh, come on! Freaking come on! Now I get 2 nat 20s.
Let's see that damage. In fact, I'm going to say, because you rolled 2 nat 20s, that as you go to reckless, it's almost like a second wind, but not like the feature second wind. It's almost like you didn't do it recklessly.
Okay, and 2d12 plus 5, and
It
add
actu-
on 1d6.
It actually only be 1d12 plus 5 plus 12 because we
Okay.
max out the crit dice itself.
Oh, okay.
So I'll take.
So, okay.
So I will take
So,
that 1 that you rolled first in your lineup there.
okay.
So it'll be 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 12. Okay. Oh, give me a second. There's a lot of numbers, and I went to public school. So 6, 7, 19? I think that's 19.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this one, you know, you bury that axe really deep into its chest, and it just hits the ground, almost taking your axe with it. Now there's a splat on the ground.
And Miku is, you can't really do anything, but she's gonna move next to the other scarecrow anyway.
Gonna look real fucking intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And turn.
All right. Nylar, you're over here hanging with the child. What do you do?
You look fine. And he is going to use his lovely favorite spell. Once I target him. Talk about math.
Ooh, I do like Mind Sliver. And he rolls a 10.
All right, so he'll take 4 damage. And then on his next save, he is going to take a -2 again.
All right.
As bonus action, would I be able to begin to untie any ropes? Is she bound?
No, Nero is not bound. They're just squatting down with their hands over their head, like they're hiding. Like how a child plays hide and seek when they're almost toddler-esque, right out in the open.
Okay.
Just trying to make them a small, almost like a small target.
Can I do an insight check on her?
What are you trying to do?
Is she hiding from us or hiding from the scarecrows?
I don't think an insight would differentiate who it would be from. I mean, it could be either. Honestly, I mean, a group broke in, or you've got a bunch of scarecrows running around. I think both are equally valid, regardless of the DC you'd roll.
Okay, I guess it would be then what was her response like for me teleporting by her?
I will say Nero is a little boy. Not that it matters a huge difference here, but for clarification in the future. Honestly, it didn't seem like they noticed you at all.
All right.
If you roll...
that's all I can move.
I know you called out to him, but I just don't think that I don't think that Misty Step makes a noise.
No. I don't know if I made any noticing moves. How much he was covering himself, I guess. And I will end my turn after that move.
Okay. All right. This guy doesn't seem to be perturbed by the fact that It's, we'll use the word friend. Just had an axe buried deep into its chest. Right, you're using a great axe, not a maul?
Yes, right
Oh.
now she's using a great axe.
Okay. Let's go ahead and swing at you, but this one will not be at advantage, because 2 nat 20s. Does a 15 hit, though?
Yes, it does, unfortunately.
That is going to be for 7 damage. Slashing.
Round them, that's free.
Yes, ma'am. All right. And it's just going to maintain where it's at. Cliff, chilling in the background, being the hippie cleric that he is. Whoa, dude. Go ahead and Sacred Flame. This one is for an 8. Let's see if he can do this with a -2 modifier. He does pass with a 13. And that was with an original 15. So he will not take that Sacred Flame, unfortunately. Colette, however, is up.
All right. I will move to better line myself up with the target. I will acid splash them. So I need a dex save.
It does fail.
Sweet. They take 2 damage.
2. It's adding up. Chip away at that health. Nylar, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Recklessing.
Okay, let's see that reckless attack.
I assume a 23 hits.
A
Or 22.
Yes, that will hit. Okay, I'm going to say with that 11, you are going to hear almost like the sound of a glass shattering.
Like right by me or from a distance that I just can't tell?
From a distance. You can't really tell the distance with that perception check, but you definitely heard just that sound, that high pitched sound.
Okay. 18 damage total.
Cool. How do you do it?
Okay, that's the killing blow then.
Yep.
She's gonna slash that stupid hat in 2 and split it into sideways.
Okay. You do that. And yeah, there's just blood and all sorts of stuff everywhere.
So it is a scarecrow in design, but not an actual scarecrow in terms of a man made out of clay. Straw.
Yeah, I believe as I described him, it was an individual who kind of looked like scarecrow garb.
Okay, she's going to fly ahead and see what Neelar is doing. She can see him from where she's standing, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if you can see him, you can see him.
Fly. Let her fly. Thank you.
It happens. All right, I am doing this on purpose. You know what? Miku, please go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Eight. Not that great.
Okay. As that scarecrow goes down, I will say that Nylar may hear it, but you don't notice it. That sound of glass breaking again. And as that sound goes off, Nero stands up and turns around, looking at Miku. He looks at you and tries to give you a hug.
Aw.
Do you allow
Don't
it?
trust it. I'll say.
Yeah,
I don't trust it.
Miku has no reason not to trust it. She went all this way on the chance of saving this kid. She has no reason to be immediately suspicious of him when she finally gets there.
I said don't trust it.
Gotcha. Well, he goes in for a hug. As he wraps his hands around you, you feel something pierce your flesh as a dagger goes into your side, doing 16 damage.
Shit, Jesus. Well, luckily it's still halved.
Now, there's a couple ways we can go about this. You can attack the child, and I can put him in initiative. Or if you wanted to do something else, we can stay the way we are.
All right, Nilar, you know your magic, right? Is there anything? She's going first out. Actually, she's going to scream out in pain. Ow! But her second instinct is to assume that there's something fucking with this kid's head. Nilar, quick, check to see if there's anything wrong with this kid's mind, magically speaking. I'm no expert in this, but I do know that's a thing that can happen.
Do you have a spell that you would like to use, Nyla?
Sure. Yeah. I will use detect magic and see if there's any magical influence.
Oh my god, there's like 8 of those that just popped up. Let's see here. Uses 1 action. Sorry, I'm just reading the spell real quick. You notice almost like a reddish aura around Nero's head. You can also detect something magical coming from this area here. You don't seem to see it, but you know something's there. As far as the School of Magic, if you are wanting that, you'll have to give me a second because I forgot what school it was. So I'm going to look it up real quick.
I figure any detective worth their salt in a D&D setting would know that mind-affecting magic is a thing that you need to worry about.
So it would fall under an enchantment.
The question is, as a distrusting dwarf, would I wait and see, or would I react first? I think as a scientist, I would give her the benefit of the doubt. But I'll have my crossbow ready.
Okay. You want to ready in action, we'll say?
Yeah.
So if you guys want to move around, like, just kind of like ping where you want to go, because I'm leaving you in initiative right now, and you can't move outside of initiative. So I'll move you if you want. If you want to ready in action, if you guys want to get things in order, that's fine.
I was going to inspect bodies, so I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
Miku might just slightly move out of melee range.
Okay.
This girl does seem to be wearing quite the crown of magic right now.
Has he been able to figure out the school?
It was enchantment.
Okay.
I will say if you don't do anything, that Nero might do something. I'm not sure if there's anything you'd like to do. And do keep in mind that non-lethal actions are always an option.
I would suggest non-lethal restraining.
Okay. Miko does not trust herself to deal with an axe non-lethally. I know that's hypothetically something you can do with the rules, but I think
You can turn it
that.
sideways and use it more like a sledgehammer.
Or
Oh
the
yeah, yeah. Okay,
combo.
yeah, that makes sense. All right, so she's going to do a non-lethal, non-reckless attack because this kid's somehow stronger than those scarecrows in terms of pure damage.
Well, you did let it get in really close, very
Okay,
willingly.
so sneak attack rules, kinda.
But yeah,
She will take note of the potential tactical usefulness of sneak attack. That is something she will be considering. Does a 10 hit?
a 10 does not hit.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Normally I wouldn't even ask, but this is a child who I don't think is wearing any armor.
I am going to go ahead and throw him in initiative, and we'll go from normal.
Can
So-
we say that attacking the child triggered my held action, or
Yeah.
because we didn't declare it first? We didn't declare what the trigger had to be.
I'll go ahead and allow it. If you want to
Okay.
shoot the child with the crossbow, I'll allow it.
I do want to shoot the child with a crossbow, and I will.
God.
I
And
will. I will crit.
you will fucking hit this child with that crossbow.
That is.
I'll even let you pick the point on the child where it hits.
one.
It won't do any more damage, but I like the flavor.
Yeah. Why won't it tell me what damage a crossbow does? It's a D6, right?
Let's see here.
Oh, I'll just do that.
Is it light or heavy?
Oh no, it's a D8. So that's a 7 on screen. If you're good with that, I can re-roll if otherwise.
You wanted a 7?
Well, it would be 7 plus whatever the modifier is. My dex, I think it's just +1. So it would be 8 plus another 8 for the crit.
So it's a D8 plus 2 piercing.
Yep.
So you said 7 plus the 2?
Yep.
And then
the
plus
crit.
8 for the crit. Let's see here. 17 damage.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I will say it is very difficult to use a crossbow at range non-lethally, unless you want to tell me where you were aiming.
I wasn't being non-lethal.
Oh, fuck them
Yeah.
kids. Got it.
I don't do non-lethal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He fucking gets schwacked with your crossbow.
Sweet.
Miku, are you done?
I don't think she can do much more. She is keeping her rage going, even if this is a very conflicted rage.
Okay. Do you want to give me another perception check, Miku?
Yeah, sure. Much better.
Okay. You do notice that his eyes are glazed over. Even after taking that shot from the bow, he doesn't seem to react at all. There's no pain in his eyes. There's no reaction whatsoever.
Naylor, do you know how to counteract enchantment stuff?
Oh, there are many ways. You can strike the caster. You can dispel the magic. Neither seem to be in my means.
And did you catch all the detect magic? Because you're running detect magic, so you had the stuff on Nero and you had the thing right here.
Yep. I will point it out, but I do not want to get laid up by a child. So
I can maybe help on my turn.
is it my turn right now? So I will can I use a touch spell as non-lethal?
I mean, something like fireball, probably not, but you know,
could I
something.
taser them with like a shocking grasp?
Yeah, if you want to say you use it more as a taser than, you know, blowing their heart up, yeah.
Yeah. I will go for that taser.
All right. taser the shit out of this child. I saw a 9 and a 7. Was that accurate?
Yeah. So the 9 plus. Trying to find my modifier for spell attack. So that's a 14 to hit.
A 14 does hit. You do manage to grab this child. And was that just a plain 7? Wizards don't get anything weird like adding your intelligence
Correct.
modifier? Yeah. It is non-lethal, but he's still standing.
And I will take this opportunity now to move away. And if it's free and open, I'll try and use my bonus action to grab at whatever magic I was detecting.
You don't manage to see it, but you know it's in this area.
There's something over here. Give me a second. Hold him down. And that'll be the end.
Okay. Nero's up again. He attempts to give you another hug there, Miku. Do you allow it?
Nope.
Okay. So he is going to... do you just push him away, or...
She's gonna dodge.
Actually, you know what? Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand. And I'm going to roll a contested sleight of hand.
Oh, and when I went to do the shocking grasp, and you see Neelar rip through guts of dead bodies, not a bother. Neelar looks disgusted, trying to just touch this child and zap it. Oh,
So Nero is actually quite nimble, but you just happen to be a little bit quicker this time, and just barely able to slap his hand as he goes to ram a dagger into your guts again. And that will end his turn. Cliff, trying to think what he has here. See if he has anything worthwhile. I really don't want to use his spells. He will hold an action for the next hostile character. And that will end his turn.
All right. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on Nero.
Okay.
That whole area. I need a deck save from people who don't want to be glowing.
So is that template accurate, or do you want it moved?
No, that's fine. I'm good with that.
Okay.
I don't have a problem hitting Nero. He said it's over here, and then he ran there. So.
Oh, okay.
His fault.
Yeah. Okay, so just to verify, you did not want that template over Nero himself, right?
no, I think you mean Neelar, right?
Oh, yeah, Neelar. Sorry, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's a 20 for my save.
Cool.
You don't glow.
What was it? It was a...
He does feel like a Disney princess, though, so
That's
thank
it.
you.
Well, because they can't hide anymore. We're just going to go ahead and do a couple of adjustments here. 3 individuals morph out of rocks because they all failed. And you kind of hear something from them.
So I can assume that Miku can very clearly see these 3 guys show up out of nowhere, right?
Oh yes, they're lit up like beacons. due to the fairy
Let
fire.
me grab my token foundry and move them to these wizards or clerics or whatever.
But yeah, Colette, you see it. I wrote it in chat, but
I'm just refreshing Foundry and hoping that lets me move Miku normally. I don't even have the tab which detects.
oh, I wonder if Foundry's just having an issue tonight.
Do they actually say what the hell, or am I just not able to understand what they're saying and that's scrambled letters? Because it's WTH.
You should be able to see it below because you should be able to understand this language.
Dorman.
Yeah, it says WTH. So
Yeah, and if you go over where it says WTH, it'll highlight as Dwarvish.
yeah. Okay.
However, to you have never seen this. Like, you can tell they're dwarves, but you've never seen their kind before.
Then he will say, "Fight with honor, you cowards! Hiding amongst the rocks like children."
You're not welcome here.
Are they saying that in Common or Dorman?
Dwarven.
Yeah, it would be Dwarven. I don't speak Dwarvish naturally, so we're just going to go ahead and say that that was Dwarvish.
God, sometimes it takes forever for Foundry to load.
Yeah, it's been taking longer and longer recently, and the weird thing is I haven't added any modules. Normally, if you add a bunch of modules, it'll take forever to load in.
Has there been an update recently?
I mean, some of the modules have updated, but I haven't gotten too many, like the importer is updated and stuff like that, but not the core. It's actually been a hot minute since the core updated. Like over a week. Which is probably why our better rolls is not working. Until he comes back in, I'm just going to go ahead and hide Cliff's cam.
Oh wait, Cliff showed up.
He hasn't shown up yet. I haven't seen anything from him. But he was staying in contact, so that's a thing.
Your world seems to take a while to load. Gee, I didn't notice.
It happens. It's alright, it gives me time to get more familiar with these NPCs. Okay, easy. Now I have a battle. It's showing you in.
Well, I can't see it as the thing.
I blame Colette and his his potions. She's
Yep.
blind. That's because that was straight ether.
What happens when you huff paint thinner?
If anyone is watching, please don't do that.
Yeah, you'll go blind.
You will. You will. There no good things happen. If you're still not getting in, go ahead and try refreshing one more time.
Just really. Okay, yeah, it's loading faster this time.
While we're waiting, Nylar, do you want to go ahead and give me a perception check? Or an investigation. I'll take either or.
Always take an investigation.
Okay. So as these creatures come from the ground and you are pushed kind of to the side, you notice there is nothing covering these red shards that are on the ground, but beneath this individual and this individual. So there's some broken red shards at their feet. And you noticed this one is actually holding what appears to be almost like a gem.
Don't.
That is red.
It is still stuck at the second to last step again.
Oh.
It's real frustrating because it looks like it's progressing normally and then just stalls out right before I can actually start playing. But if this doesn't work this time, I'm just going to close the tab and then re-enter Foundry by getting my bookmark, clicking the bookmark.
Okay. Real quick, is everybody else seeing everybody in the bottom left-hand corner? The players? Is everybody showing up still?
What do you mean
Yep.
the bottom?
Yeah, like...
Sorry for... Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't be anything on, like, with me, because it's not my computer that's running it. It's their servers.
Yep. I can move my character too. So.
Yeah, I did disconnect from the server for a split second. It said it reconnected a moment ago.
Okay. And it doesn't look like we
Yeah,
lost the stream,
same problem as before. So yeah, closing the tab, reopening the tab.
Okay. Maybe because it's showing you still in here. Maybe I can kick you out, and that'll help. Let's try kicking player. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it won't. I don't think it'll hurt. Because it might be reading you as still being in the game. So we'll give it a shot. But yes, is there... Do you have
Okay,
any...
you kicked me?
Yeah, I kicked you out.
Alright, let's see if this works now.
So maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know.
I am well aware of the trials and tribulations of Foundry.
Yes.
These technical difficulties also plague my Spelljammer session.
I have not played Spelljammer.
This actually was campaign started before the official 5e conversion came out.
Oh. Yeah,
Rather funny because my friend was bitching about how convoluted it was, assuming that this was all in the module, but no, it was a whole homebrew campaign. It's also not taking me to my login screen, but instead taking me directly to the load-in thing. I'm wondering if that might be a problem too.
I don't know. I mean, I restarted my computer earlier, and it just let me load in.
You know what? Yeah, sure.
So I don't...
Just do a hard reset. That sucks because that means I have to mess around with the stream as well, so... All right, I'll see you in about a few minutes, hopefully.
Okay. Um, while we wait, is there anything anybody would like to do? Oh, and while I'm at it, these individuals popped up. So we will go ahead and use Old Boy's Sacred Flame to hit. We'll just say the middle one. Which he fails. For a whopping a 7.
Let's find out which one needs to do concentration.
Ooh. Yes, concentration.
Hopefully. Otherwise, that child is not going to have a fun night.
Get to tell the other DM, my guy's killed a child.
It won't be the worst thing I do in this campaign.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, honestly, like, I am pretty open to most things as long as it doesn't go against anybody's, hard lines that we had earlier.
Yeah. Naturally. Killing children.
Who said anything about needing to?
The same problem seems to be happening. I do think this time I'm getting a little animation, which I'm not sure was playing before.
Okay. You're still not showing up in the game.
Well, yeah, I haven't actually logged in yet.
Okay. Maybe I'm missing what you're putting down.
What I'm trying to say is I reset my computer and it hasn't seemed to fix it.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how far you can get, but go ahead and try to log in as best as you can. If you can't, maybe we have to. I might have to stop the server and have everybody re-log in.
Okay. Let me see if I can Oh wait, something has happened. Because I was messing with the URL, but I didn't hit the enter button.
If everybody's okay with it, I can try stopping the server and trying to restart it. Might fix some of our issues.
I'm just going to quickly try one last refresh. It probably won't work, but it's worth a shot.
Okay.
Okay, gonna wait like 30 seconds, and if it still doesn't work, then we do the full server reset. I apologize, we might have to do this, but I just don't know what's going on.
I hardly think it's your fault. This sounds like a server issue.
Mm-hmm.
I just generally try to not do that because I have to run two iterations of the Foundry. One for the stream and one for my view.
It's been about 30 seconds and it has made just as much progress as it was before.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and log out, and I won't stop the stream, but I will go back to Forge and stop the server. You guys are going to get, an error. everybody should be booted.
Okay, now it's letting me log in.
What?
It wasn't letting me log in because it was taking me immediately back into the campaign.
Oh. Okay.
I think that might have been what part of the loading error problems.
Yeah, if you aren't properly booted, sometimes it won't let you come back in. It's true. I didn't think about that.
All right. Let's give this another shot.
Final Fantasy XIV proves superior to Hero Foundry. News at 11. As a joke that they will in 14 they will not let you log back in until you have properly been logged out first.
I know they used to do that for EverQuest. You would, if you just disconnected, which people would do all the time, like if they were getting, we called it being trained. I don't know if they still use that in MMOs, but you'd bring a bunch of mobs.
And 14 they call that gaining enmity, I think. And tanks have a special button to do specifically that.
Yeah, you would just run past, KOS mobs, and they would chase after you, and people would take them to, like, people's camps and stuff like that, and we just call it training. They were assholes.
It's still taking forever to load, but I'm just going to be patient and stick around and see if that fixes anything. I'm going to give it a minute.
Well, I am able to log in. I stopped the server. Did everybody else get booted?
Yeah, I got booted and logged back in.
Okay.
I'm about to.
Cool. So let's hope.
Okay, let's see if I could try this. See this hardware acceleration thing.
Yeah, I seem to be able to get back in as well. So we have Colette. It's showing Miku in. It is not showing Nylar in.
I am loading.
Okay. But yeah, Miku, you are showing as being in the game at the moment.
But I am not I did not see the Foundry screen in this. Nagling in Firefox. Okay. General. Performance. Deselect user recommended user settings. Use accelerating hardware when available. Okay, let's try that.
Yes, accelerate with the hardware.
Settings.
And you're saying you're not in right now?
I can't actually see it, no.
Let's try kicking you, or let's try pulling you to scene. Because it shows you in, but it doesn't show you on this map. So I don't know what kind of shenanigans is happening. And I do apologize to everybody. Did not know this was a thing that happens. I'm going to try kicking you again.
Okay. And kicking, for the record, on my end, you kicking me doesn't show anything happening.
No, you should just go back to the login screen.
It doesn't even do that.
Huh. I really don't know.
I needed to it would not show me the login screen until the server restart.
Okay, well, it should be running now. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and put us on the intermission for now. I will work with you, Miku. That way everybody can go up and do their thing. If you got to go to the bathroom or whatever the case is. And yeah, we'll try to work through this.
General performance.
Yeah.
Are we on intermission now?
Yes. So I'm putting us on intermission for right now. Might as well take our 15. See if
I apologize for the inconvenience, audience, fellow players, dungeon masters.
it happens. There's
It
definitely
doesn't
some
help that
issues.
the guide on how to fix it is out of date because when I click the button, it tells me to. I do not get the interface that it's showing me.
Mm.
I'll I'll show you the problem on the server in my own chat. Okay, food server, Miku channel, and let's see, show you what happens when I actually hit that button. Downloads, passwords, on feed, save it, just find page settings, more tools.
I'm not sure what you're showing me at this moment.
And this is the Foundry troubleshooting page. What it thinks Firefox control tab looks like, and what it actually looks like on my
Oh,
end.
gotcha.
Not at all the same. It's a problem because it means even their fixes are not updated to what it currently looks like for me.
Okay.
I can get to general. Let me go see. Directly search for what it suggests to do for
I
performance.
I have noticed in the past that if you clear your cache, sometimes that just fixes things.
Okay, I found the setting. Use recommended performance setting. Use hardware accelerator when available. Okay, I'm just gonna remove myself from close the Foundry tab and see if it works now. Because yeah, I think it was if it's a hardware acceleration thing, I don't know why it just became a problem, but it would be an explanation.
Okay. While you test that, I'm going to go ahead and double check with the other DM to see if he's having the same issues with his rolls that we're having. So I will be
Okay.
back in like 2 minutes. Um,
Okay.
and I will check in with you. It does look like you are loading in though, so that's positive.
It always looks like I'm loading in. It's the last step that's the killer.
I wonder if I got to get rid of the better rolls for now. I don't know.
Okay,
But I
I
will be back in.
am in the semifinal step. Let's hope it progresses to the final step this time.
All right. I will be back shortly.
Oh god damn it, I closed everything but the thing I wanted to clear.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, so I'm trying plan B of clearing my browser cache. Okay, they're making me log in, so that's something. Should go find out where my password is. and without my browser catch, might need to do a little work to reset my password.
Well, your password should be in your channel.
Yeah, I tried that. That's not it. I think that might be my password for that specific game, but not for my Hero Forge Foundry account to begin with.
Oh. Do you log into Foundry with Hero Forge or something?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, it does remember some of these passwords. Oh god damn it, two-factor authentication. Knew I shouldn't have left my cell phone downstairs. I'll be back.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, I'm getting rid of Ready Set Rolls and
Access
Dice
to
So Nice
two-factor authentication.
to see if that helps things.
Okay, there we go. Did get the password reset though.
So the server did reset because I got rid of 2 of the modules.
Okay, let's see if that makes any difference on my end.
Oh, can't be having that.
Okay, I'll just go see if I can just do that.
Well, at least we'll be able to deal with the rolls now.
Okay, update. Ooh, but launch. And here, let's see. And login as Miku successful. Now let's hope it loads, baby.
It does show you as coming in, so we shall see.
Does seem to be moving faster, if nothing else.
Well, I don't know if there was a compatibility thing going on with the dice roll thing. I'm hoping there was no issue, but actually I'm hoping that was the issue.
I'm back in and can test something if you'd like.
What would you like to test?
If the dice rolls work.
Oh, I just tested it, but yeah, if you want to
Okay.
test as well, go ahead.
Oh, if you already tested it, then that's good.
Okay, I'm starting to see the side veil.
Ooh.
See if I can just leave. Or if I can
How we feeling?
Well, I got rid of 2 modules. There's some dice modules. So you'll be able to roll again, but it's just a few more buttons to click, and you'll have to like choose advantage and whatnot.
Too hard. Didn't understand. Dick and Toaster.
That's a terrible place. Meanwhile, I'm over here always trying to take a bath with one. Really makes the water spicy.
They put the freaking grounded outlets in our bathroom. We don't even have the option.
Oh, you just change out the outlet.
True. Nah, that's
Yeah,
again, too hard.
I mean, I'm not sure what else to do, Miku.
this is so frustrating. I'm very sorry. Like
Yeah.
I have
Like, I don't.
I tried clearing the browser check, changing setting. Okay, it thinks I'm logged in again. Can you boot me?
Okay.
I would check any of your Google Chrome security settings or Windows,
I'm
maybe.
I'm not using either Chrome or Windows. It's Firefox.
Okay, and you're using a Mac,
No.
so you would have Windows.
Okay.
I mean, hell.
I mean,
Let me go try moving this to like.
Yeah, try Chrome or hell, even Internet Explorer. They're
Yeah,
not
I've
great,
had.
but
Edge.
Internet Explorer is not a thing anymore.
I've
Right.
heard
It's
some
been
bad.
replaced with Edge.
I've heard some bad interactions with Foundry and Firefox, especially after updates.
okay. So maybe that's what it is. Because I use Chrome myself.
Same.
I haven't used Firefox in a couple of years. I was just having more issues every time they updated it.
And to be fair, there are more options than Windows and Mac. I, for instance, use a Linux.
It's true. If you want to feel like a special unicorn, you can use Linux.
I am a special unicorn, though.
I know. You're my special unicorn.
No, I hate all of the extra shit that all of the other OSs run in the background. So
That's fair. It's just everything just integrates better with like mainstream Windows and
oh yeah, for sure. There's extra steps I have to take, definitely for sure. But small price to pay.
I have
Fair.
I have one of those Steam Decks, and that runs on Linux.
I'm planning on buying a Steam Deck.
It's good if you're on the road a lot, or if you have a really bad computer. Which I did have a really bad computer and was also on the road a lot.
It's somehow even worse on Edge. It's not even showing the loading bar.
I mean, Edge does kind of suck. Do you
yeah,
have
I would
Chrome?
use.
I guess I could just install Chrome again. I think I did it to save space.
I mean, yes, Google will steal all of your information, but they do have the most active browser.
Let's be honest.
It's so popular that everyone designs around it. So it's not really a superiority thing. It's if there's a squeaky nail in a buggy no one ever uses it, it doesn't get the grease. But if it's in a bus taking hundreds of people around the city per day, it does get that grease.
But to also to be fair, don't worry if Chrome isn't the thing taking your information. Facebook or any shopping site you use does.
They all do. Everybody does. That's the way to make money nowadays.
Mhm.
Selling people's information.
The bonus is it's not as worth it for them to steal your credit card information. It's more worth it just sell your information.
See, some people wear a foil hat. I just shave my head so I can reflect the bullshit back.
Mm.
I am the people that wear the foil hats. That is like my entire job, is to be paranoid about things that people do on the internet.
Is it really paranoia when that shit happens?
No.
It's true.
I'm
Oh,
also supposed to help people fix it, but they have to have money and listen first.
I had to
It's all
start putting
very
everything with two-factor identification nonsense. Because, man, I'll tell you what. Somebody, not sure who, it keeps saying, like, China, then Germany, and then Indonesia, like, all where they're trying to log in from. But I was getting hit, like, 20 times a day where people were just trying to get in. It took them, like, 3 months, but they finally got in. Started buying those $15 gift cards.
Hmm.
It got shut down almost immediately, but still, I was like, what do you have to do with your day but to try to get into somebody's stuff? And I don't have an easy password.
my
So,
bank is a little annoying, but they at least make it very difficult for people to get into your account. And then I never keep my main funds in my card or my account that's linked to my card. There's no way to access my main account except through the bank, which is
That's smart, but also too much work.
yeah, that's fair.
hey Miku, are you trying to log in through Chrome?
Yes.
I mean, have you
It's
have you
not.
already gone through the process? Because it's showing you as in the game at the
Yeah,
moment.
it's the same thing as on in Firefox. It says that I am logged in on your end, but I can't. I'm getting a gray screen of death on my end.
I mean, if you're not getting the scroll bar that goes across it, then I mean, you have to refresh it. Um, I just
I
don't
am
know.
getting a loading bar. It's not helping.
Is it actually moving or is it just paused? Bless you.
It is moving.
Okay, well, I mean, if it's moving, not much we can do. But if it stops, I should say for longer than like 15 seconds, and it involves a refresh. While we are waiting, does Colette or Nylar have anything that they would like to do?
Uh, if we're going back into combat, I'm ready.
All right, I'm trying the hardware acceleration thing on Chrome and seeing if that helps.
Okay. If you want to tell us what you do as well, we can
You
we
know
can go
what?
ahead.
Sure, just attack the left door. Reckless attack.
The leftmost dwarf.
Yes,
Okay. I will
and
go
by
ahead and do
and just to avoid any rules, I don't. Never mind. I don't mean Colette.
that. You will take an opportunity attack from Nero, if that's okay with you.
Fine with me.
Okay. Let's see here. I do believe a 21 hits
Yes, it does.
for 14.
Jesus. So yeah, round that down to 7.
I mean, I know it's kind of spelled similar, but it's pronounced Nero. Nero. Nah. All right, 7. Okay, we're gonna go reckless.
Let's get crazy.
Well, you did happen to roll a nat 20.
Okay.
You're like, I'm gonna have the DM roll all the time.
I would much rather have the satisfaction of rolling my own nat 20s, but
Okay. And it is a substantial amount of damage. 25. And I believe you get a bunch of extra shit too, right? You get a +2.
She has left the call momentarily.
Oh. Gotcha.
But I believe it was +2, and then there's the radiant damage as well, which I think is a
that-
D6.
I think that's a D6. And a 2, so that is 31 damage.
I cannot hear you, Colette.
Is that not doubled? The radiant damage?
I don't know, actually. In Pathfinder, it would.
It's a dice. I don't know about house rules here.
I mean, I think normally it might, but I just don't know enough.
My rule was always, if it's a dice, it gets doubled.
Yes. Well, I was just making sure that this wasn't something weird. But yeah, it does seem like, and it's supposed to be a 1d6 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
she's been conning herself out.
I don't know if our DM can hear you, though. Do you hear Miku?
I just put her into stream.
Okay.
Okay, you can hear me then.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. Maybe it's just taking forever, and the reason none of these problems are working is because the problem is just in my own impatience. But
I don't think this is impatience at this point. Have you tried refreshing yet, or would you like me to try kicking you again?
Sure. I tried adding. Why not? It couldn't hurt.
It's a shot in the dark as well. You could try clearing your browser cache. It might work.
Oh,
Not with a brand new browser.
Well, I thought you went off.
It's a fresh install.
Oh, okay.
By the way, you do 38 damage, Miku.
ooh, it really sucks. I didn't actually roll that.
You do 38 damage. Let's see here. Is that anything special there?
I mean, I did used to use Chrome. I just uninstalled it for space. So there is potentially a cache problem that can be a thing, but I do not think it is the thing that is wrong in this case.
Okay, so you did switch off Chrome. That's what I thought.
I switched off Firefox. I just went back to Chrome.
Okay.
So let's see here. I gotta do math. Bear with me here. Okay, as you crush down into the dwarven-looking creature, your radiant damage just blinds the hell out of this almost nocturnal-looking creature, but as your blade contacts, he seems almost able to block some of that damage, almost like you're hitting rock. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Nope. Though, do axes and talons deal the same type of damage? Just curious.
Both slashing damage, right? Let's see here. Talons are slashing, and a great axe. Yeah, that's slashing as well.
Okay, so yeah, there's no reason to mess around with anything but the great axe. It's just this guy might resist my main means of attack. Well, that ends my turn.
Okay, Nylar.
Oh God! How did you do? Not the time, not the place. And I will cast Thunder Wave.
Thunderwave. Ooh, good use of the spell.
And I will change the damage to force, blocking some of the spell from magic missile.
Okay, 2 of them do pass, and 1 of them fails.
All right.
And
2d8. So half damage on the ones that succeeded, and then full damage, and they're pushed 15 feet. Let me double check.
Oh, there's a wall there, so he'll
10
go
feet away from me.
So he'll go as far as 10 feet, yeah. All right, so...
And I don't know if it shoots the shards away as well.
Yeah, I mean, when I say there's shards, like, it's the equivalent of having, like, a glass vial smash against the ground, so they're small.
Okay.
But, yeah, they would fly away.
And...
I am trying something. I have as I mentioned earlier, I have another D&D game on the same website. So I'm going to see if this exact same thing happens when I try to load into this game. It's not even the game I'm currently playing, but there's no password protection, so there is nothing stopping me.
Okay.
Okay, I will report to you with what happens there.
Okay.
Because it will determine if there is something specifically messing me up in this game in particular, or if
I'm wondering if you have like a firewall issue.
Yeah, it works fine, and I'm able to get, at the very least, get farther in.
Well, let me know if you like actually get logged in.
I mean, I got up to the blue car in the other game. Yeah, it seems to be specifically a problem with the Oob campaign.
Huh. I mean, I've already restarted the server, so I'm not...
Yeah, I have no idea what the problem is, but it does seem that whatever is happening has something to do with the Oob campaign and not due to my account.
Huh.
Oh, finally! Finally it logged in!
Okay.
I think maybe something happened with the software of my account that was fixed when I tried to log into my account on a different thing. Well, I solved the problem by doing something I didn't expect would actually directly solve the problem.
Well, you're coming in at a great time. Because Nero's going to try to hug you again. Would you like to give a sleight of hand?
Yep, sure.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard to beat. We'll see. Oh, you're in. Nice. Well, I will say that meets, so you beat. And he just stands there, looking at you, with no expression on his face. I need to pop this out. Damn it.
I am so happy this is working again.
Okay. This one is not very happy. And you blew me down. So he is going to come up to you, Mr. Nylar. And he is going to pull out this weird looking blade. It's almost spectral in nature. And he's going to swing it at you. Are you still rocking your mage armor?
It would be.
Okay.
So 14.
Well, it wouldn't really matter because I don't think anyone's AC is low as 9. So, yeah. He swings at you and misses. And we move on. Normally I would not use his spell slots, but I don't know where he's at. And he would normally be able to help. So I am going to go ahead and use his spell slots. I'm sure he would not mind. And let's see here. He is going to... Oh, wow. He's going to go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on Miku. And he is going to Sacred Flame. The one on the left.
I am very concerned that one of these dwarves is barely injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, technically.
Yeah. I thought for sure I asked you to attack the one on the left, but either way, it is concerning.
You did attack the one that's badly injured. You attacked that.
Oh, none of them are reading as badly injured on my end.
Ah, yeah, no, he's definitely reading badly injured.
Huh, weird. This is only a minor problem, so I don't care particularly as long as you know when he's dead.
Right? Oh yeah, I forgot to take away his hit points. No. No, Colette, definitely on you now.
All right. I will move to line myself up for a straight shot. And will then, knowing full well that he's on the other side of a hole in the ground and is not as brave as his words make him seem, will yell, "Come pace me like a dwarf should," and then I'll shoot at him with a crossbow.
Are you trying to taunt him?
Nope, just shooting him. No, just talking shit.
Oh, okay. Regular talking shit.
Yeah. That's a 10 to hit.
Yeah, the 10 will not hit him.
No, didn't figure it would.
That's
and that'll end my turn.
You are closest, Nylar. So he is going to go ahead and swing at you.
Sounds good.
Let's.
Sorry, I just wanted to double check. Did they need to make a concentration check when they got hit?
No.
Okay.
No, you didn't notice anything at least.
Okay.
I don't believe 11 hits you, and that will be his turn. Miku, just as a heads up, you do have an extra 2 AC from your friend Cliff here.
Okay, good to know. For some reason, it's telling me it is my turn, and I am unsure if that is the case.
It is accurate.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to attack badly hurt dwarf, who I'm sure is actually badly hurt. It's just not telling me for some reason.
He is definitely badly injured.
She is not gonna reckless because this is not the time to be reckless.
I'm gonna wreck it. She's not gonna wreck it. She might wreck it. I don't know.
If I do, it's because I roll a normal
That'll hit.
roll. Okay. Sorry, that was the wrong thing.
There we go.
And let's add... Oh, I think it doesn't automatically add the rage, so that's 11 damage, not 9.
Gotcha.
And that's 13 in total with the radiant.
By the way, that radiant is actually a 1d6 plus 1.
Oh, okay. So, 14.
14. So, let's see here. So the rage takes you... Is the rage anything special? The plus 2? Is it radiant
it just adds proficiency to yeah, I don't think it adds anything other than...
Just 2 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just say it's slashing damage then. So let's see here. 11 and 3. Again, that radiant damage hits him hard. And but he still seems to be able to absorb your actual physical attacks.
Yeah, since trying to move away would do more harm than good, this will end her turn, I guess.
Okay. But you have
Note
another
to
2
self.
AC.
Yep, note to self. For some reason, it's not letting me manually end my turn. So just do
Okay.
that for me.
We will work through this and all the
I,
isms.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that uh, this might just be a one-time thing. I really hope it's a one-time thing.
Yeah, we'll work through it. Nylar.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it, right?
Yeah. We're barely limping through. Let's make it happen. Okay. So you want I'll do it from left to right and I'll tell you how it goes. 1 fail. 2 fail. 1 pass.
Okay. So that's 2D. Oh, there they are. Another 11 force damage. If I can change it. Sorry, I meant to keep it the same.
Sure. Force damage. So, this individual unhappy. This individual still kicking. And this guy's just sitting there beating his chest looking at you.
And then with that, did the force damage seem more effective?
It didn't seem more or less effective than the radiant damage. Does seem to be doing more than, say, an axe.
That's good. With that, he's gonna hedge his bets and try and get out of the sticky situation.
Okay, going for your op attack then.
Yeah, he'll let him take an op attack.
Ah, well, that was an 11.
Hey.
Okay.
And then that is all she wrote. That's all my
Nero's gonna try to give you a hug. Do you allow it or sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
Aren't children so precious? All right. He manages to get a 16 on his sleight of hand. So he is going to attack you. Let's see what he gets. He rolls a 10. So as he goes in to give you the hug of destiny, Cliff's or you hear the sound of a tink and almost like a ripple effect happen in front of your eyes as his dagger bounces off the shield that Cliff has placed upon you. However, you are now the only thing within range of this guy as you hear him yell at you in Dwarven. We don't want you here. And feel free to, translate for him as you wish, Colette, if you so choose. I do believe a 23 hits. For 8 force damage. Oh, did I lose everybody? I lost everyone. Bear with me, folks. Everybody just isn't in stream right now. All right. Let's see here. Nylar. Wow, everybody just disappeared on me.
Yeah, on my side, you disconnected for a split second.
Oh. Okay. Well, that happens. That's weird.
It was crazy. In that small disconnect, we actually killed both of them.
Oh, yes. No, so I'll catch you back up real quick. Did not know you guys, or did not know we disconnected. It still looks like the stream's up, so that's a positive. But a 23 against Miku, and
Hits.
and 8 force damage.
And that's unresisted, so she's down.
Okay. It's okay though. Almost, kind of. And that will end his turn. As he comes up and places his hand upon you. Where the hell is it? There we go. Doing 14 healing to you, Miss Miku.
Okay, 14 healing. Okay, that is definitely good.
Alright, and I don't... He is also going to go ahead and cast Blade Ward on himself as a bonus action. And that will end his turn. Yeah, I looked up and I was like, where the hell did everybody go?
All
We were
right.
never there.
Awfully quiet in here.
Colette will respond to the other dwarves' taunts, also in Dwarven. And he'll say, "Why do you attack a simple bird? Fight me like a dwarf." And then he'll shoot at him with his crossbow again. I'd miss again. I don't know why it adds it so weird. But then he'll yell at Miku, "Quit laying down on the job," and cast Healing Word with that. And it's not letting me cast it because I don't have spell slots, but I do.
If you need to bypass the spell slot thing and just subtract the mana from it, I mean...
We lost him for a second. It looks like he's not in.
Oh yeah, he's straight up not in. Okay. Let's,
Oh no, it's my turn next. It's making the rounds.
I used Healing Word, but it is counting spell slots and not mana currently. So.
Yeah, go ahead and just unclick the spell slots and just subtract the mana that you use manually.
Okay.
You mean like a peasant?
Like a peasant. Since none of our modules want to work today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. As soon as I can figure out how to do that.
So if you...
There they are.
Yeah,
I
if
got
you
it.
click... Okay. Okay.
Cannot. I can't.
Colette attempted to change prepared spells. So you do not have Healing Word prepared?
I do. I can click Healing Word, and then I get the "You have no available spell slots." And I'll uncheck Consume Spell Slot and just cast it. And
Yeah, it does.
roll normal healing, and Miku gets another 4 HP.
Okay.
Okay.
And that will end my turn.
4 plus
Okay.
3, right? So that'd be 7. Or is
Right.
that already including that? My
No,
bad.
it looks like I rolled a 1 on my
Yeah.
healing.
Oh,
This one's going to come up towards Miku.
oh, it just came up weird.
Let's see here. This one is going to do something a little bit different. Let's see it. roll first. Okay. Okay, I see what it does. I'm gonna do this. We'll see if this attack hits. It does not. Okay. Nothing happens. Miku, you are technically prone right now.
So, yep, she gets up. And luckily she doesn't need to do any moving, so she's just gonna regular attack. Rage. Definitely a rage. Can't forget to rage.
Rage.
And attack the more injured one, the badly injured one.
Okay.
Non-recklessly, because I think she's gotten enough tanking for today. But that doesn't hit.
It does not hit.
Okay. And she doesn't want to try to get out of here. So, and I cannot manually end my turn. So, just end my turn.
Gotcha. Nylar it is.
Alrighty. He's sick of his friend getting hurt and banged up. So he's gonna try and help out a little.
Also, you do take 1 level of exhaustion for going down, Miku.
Yep.
I'll move to the other side here. Do some lovely flanking.
I will say we don't actually use the flanking rules.
Oh, that's right. Apologize. Let's throw a target down. And shocking grasp. Also non-lethal.
Oh, okay.
Elar does not aspire to kill children. It probably wouldn't bother him, but you know. Let's attack.
A 15 will hit.
Alright.
1 will hit.
So that will conclude his turn.
Okay.
Sorry. Hit that button.
He's going to turn around and try to give you a hug, Nylar. You are
Do it
welcome to
up.
contest it with a sleight of hand.
I will definitely.
Okay.
No.
So he does beat you on that. So we are going to go ahead, and he's going to really get in there for that hug. Does a 12 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. So he goes to hit you, but hits your mage armor instead. I mean, he's a child. You can't expect him to be very nimbly-bimbly. This individual is going to try to attack Miku.
He's trying to go for my spell components, isn't he? They always do.
100%. Though I don't believe an 11 hits you.
No, it does not.
Cliff! Alright. Well, Cliff is going to go ahead and do a healing word on you again. 4, 7.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, I didn't want to use healing word. I want to use cure wounds. Give me 1 sec. We're gonna redo that. For 14.
And okay, 18 plus 4 is yeah, that brings me exactly to full.
There you go. And he will end his turn.
Okay, well, Miku, now completely restored, is confident enough to reckless.
I'm gonna reckless.
Yeah. Definitely my turn, though.
Yes, it's definitely Colette's turn.
Oh,
as well.
sorry.
Which is too bad. I'll let you go.
No, no, we'll let you take my turn, and then I'll get the crit.
No, I will target them both with an acid splash as they are close together. So I need a dex save from the two of them.
Okay. I think our stream shit the bed too.
Technical issues.
That's fine. I chose something different this time around for the way I record. Instead of doing MP4s, I went with MKVs. So that's one save, and that's one fail.
All right. Well, then one of them takes 3 acid damage.
Okay. Well, that was the badly injured one.
Woohoo!
But yeah, supposedly MKVs are very good for progressive saving. I don't know how true that is. I've never used it.
Especially if you have some good flash storage.
Well, I have it going to an NVMe. One of the WD Black NVMe's, 2 terabyte, the 850NX or something like so. High read-write speeds, solid state. So yeah. Oh, that's weird. Anything else, Colette?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is end of my turn.
Not a problem. Miku. First, we are going to roll this. See. And nothing happens from that, so we'll go with that. I assume a 24 hits
Yes, it does.
for 6 force damage.
Okay, that's fine. It's not that big of a deal.
She's like, I'm full health. I don't care.
Cliff and Kalut have collectively passed their heal check, so I'm fine. Is it my turn now, or?
It is your turn.
Okay, so now I get that nat 20, please. Can I? Daddy? Sorry.
Wow. Sorry, that caught me off guard. What about the 20?
I earlier rolled a crit because I misunderstood whose turn it was. Can I just use that roll? And I would have done that if there was no crit.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that.
Okay, so
You'll also roll or when you do your 1d6, you'll add a +6 and a +1.
so one of them is max. We max the
The crit die.
okay, and then we add 2d6 for radiant.
Well, I believe so. It would be 4
Oh,
plus
plus
6. Because it's rollable, so it would be a
Okay.
1d6 plus 1 plus max, so a 6.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
4 plus 1, 5. That's 11 radiant,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, that seems right.
Okay. To which one? One to directly to your right.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. Yeah. So again, as the blade buries itself into him, he's able to knock off a good portion of it, but that radiant damage really sucks. And I do believe, yeah. And it
And
still really hurts, but he's
she's
still
gonna
up.
she's gonna end her turn, and remember that I cannot do so manually.
Yes. Nylar.
It's so weird. Normally this works faster on children.
Oh God.
Oh, oh, that's a good hit.
Yeah, that does hit.
Zip zap. Let's see.
Skippity boop bop. Literally didn't matter what you rolled on that.
Okay. Shh.
As you watch his body convulse. I am not going to put his hit points to 0 just to show that he's still alive, but I will change his effect to unconscious, which apparently doesn't show up. But yeah, just pretend he's not there anymore, because I don't want him to be a bloodstain.
I don't know why they don't let me babysit anymore. It works every time.
And as you stand there, you hear another shard shatter.
Oh. Okay. That's fun. I will, like the hero I am, move behind Cliff. And end my turn.
Yep, and we will remove him from initiative, for he is unconscious. And Miku.
Okay.
Go in.
Sleight of hand?
Oh, no. Does a 16 hit
Yes, it does.
for 4 force damage?
Okay. Unresisted.
Did you just delete your character?
I have no idea what happened.
Can you press Control Z?
Control Z. Control Z.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. You with your shortcuts. All right.
Gotta love a hotkey.
Shenanigans. You're a witch.
Wizard, thank you.
Maybe not in this campaign.
Let's see here. He is going to go ahead and Sacred Flame our friend over here, who is going to... It's so weird to play the cleric. He does fail for 6 radiant damage. He is very unhappy. And then he's just going to stand back. By God. And call it there.
I'm gonna try the crossbow again, just because it hasn't worked yet, other than on the kid. There we go.
I can only nat 20 children.
Yep.
I'm
So
telling you, the child was cursed.
I hit the one on the top.
Okay.
Well, at least I think a dirty 20 hits.
Yeah, dirty 20 does hit.
All right. For 7 points of piercing.
But that makes him very unhappy as he falls to the ground dead.
And then I'll end my turn.
And he is just going to grunt and come after Miku. Very awkward grunt too. Just does a 15 hit? And
Yes,
keep in
it
mind,
does.
Keep in mind you do have a +2 AC. From...
Oh, right. It does not. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So it misses. Miku.
Okay. Well, there's only one enemy left, so the benefits of reckless attack are very strong.
Let's see.
So
you're
attack
reckless.
twice.
Actually, you can choose advantage. Oh, there
Oh
you go.
yeah, that's easier. Yeah.
Yeah, 22 is definitely going to hit.
8 slashing, which is resisted, but let's see that radiant. Max damage on the radiant.
Okay, and did you get a +2 to your great axe as well for raging?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, it's 10, not 8.
Okay. I gotta do quick math here. I do progressive math. Alright, cool. Yeah, same thing as before. Radiant, unpleasant. Doesn't mind the great axe as much, though. And you can't click off of combat, Nylar.
Alrighty.
our giant Smurf.
Well, no need to be as forgiving with these friends, so it's math for you.
How dare you? All right, let's see here. He rolled a nat 1.
He fails calculus forever.
How about you then?
Ooh, psychic. Is it psychic damage you're using?
It's
Yes.
psychic.
Okay. This thing has.
Just but a scratch.
So as the Durger is hit by that psychic, his eyes glow red, and you see him start hitting the ground. He looks very, very angry from that. And
He had a student just like him. His name was Hercules.
give me 1 second.
Then he'll take a -3.
And you see
What the fuck?
and you see
Did
him
he
get a
just
bit
Hulk out because he's that pissed off by psychic damage?
just
Oh.
I don't
Adverse
know.
Spell effects. And that ends my turn.
all right, Cliff. Well, what in tarnation? And fucking Sacred Flames him. Which he will take a -3 to. Which didn't matter. He failed it regardless.
Hey,
For
don't let me
2
know.
radiant damage. All right, you just saw your brethren. He's very angry. You go wreck it. What do you do?
The reason I keep attacking when it's not my turn is that whatever fuckery happened with Foundry has messed up the turn order for me. So I believe it is actually Kalut's turn, but it says it's my turn on my end, which is why I can't end my turn on my actual turn.
That's fine. We'll keep each other honest.
Yep. And Colette will say, "Right. How about you then?" And fire another crossbow bolt.
Let's see that crossbow. Oh,
There we go.
that'll hit.
Do some damage. 4 piercing.
All right, how do you do it?
He yells his taunt and fires, but it just like grazes their throat, severing that artery there, the carotid. And we just watch as blood sprays into the air as the creature can't stop the bleeding and falls to their knees and then falls dead.
Okay. You are
Wait
now...
a second, were these things fairy fired the entire time?
Oh, fuck, yeah, you're right.
I shouldn't have needed to reckless.
In my defense, I forgot to do advantage against you pretty much the whole time. So, you know, that's...
it evens out.
Yeah, it works out, you know. A lot of things happened since that fairy fire happened, so, you know.
Nilar would like to, once the fight concludes, immediately use 2 shape waters and encase the 2 bodies
These?
from the scarecrows. Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to
With-
ice them over?
Yeah, and like a hazy ice.
Okay. Help me out here. Reasoning? I mean, you can. I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
I think
his
he's
thought-
trying to preserve the corpse for study later.
I mean, there's that too, but he's heard about family now in this this realm, and it makes people sad when their family dies. And he's kind of surmising based on the crystals and the 2 figures. It's probably the child's parents
Oh.
that we murdered.
And while you do that, like as you start to encase them in water, and I assume freeze them,
Hmm.
Colette was like reaching down to start searching the bodies. And he's like, "God damn you and your stupid water magic!"
Preserve and study. The first rules of a scientist.
Wrong. The first rule is search and find useful things, then preserve.
I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to bring off your ice so that you can search the bodies to test your theory, or if you just want to leave the ice up, that's fine too.
It's more fun to have a fight and hold a grudge.
I'm in a place, I believe, as I've been told, just like I'm not supposed to say certain things. Weird.
Look, I shouldn't even be in this world. I don't know why you care about two scarecrows. But
Oh, I don't care. I do think it will make this little girl quite sad seeing her parents' dead corpses.
you know what else is going to make that little girl sad? The fact that he's a boy and you keep calling him a girl.
Right? He's so pretty. I just can't. For some
You can
reason.
Stop talking. Just do that.
I'm not very good at that.
Oh dear lord.
Write it down.
Yeah. So are you guys looting corpses then?
Not the scarecrows as they are encased in ice, but I will make my way down and loot the dwarves.
If
that's
you're looting the dwarves, go ahead and highlight which one. If everyone is looting, as it were, go ahead and click on the one you want.
There's nothing to click on for me.
Yeah,
so
the
do you
corpse
see
is
the
all
blood
vanished.
spot?
No,
If
all
there's
that stuff
No.
disappears.
Yeah,
I just see
there
that
is
I'm not-
absolutely nothing left
Oh,
on the screen except Nero.
Oh,
Nero is no
I see.
longer brainwashed, right?
I
He's
see.
no longer trying to attack us.
oh
I
he's,
moved into the middle of them and I see blood spots now.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were invisible. I guess only I can see that.
Okay. I'm gonna click on the big one.
Big
Is
one?
it right click?
I don't know if that works for you, but I
Target?
will.
Target.
Go
Click-
ahead and move off.
Hover over it, click T,
Okay, T.
and then perception. Or what do you want? What do you want to roll?
Oh no, you're just checking pockets.
Okay, yeah.
That's fine. Go ahead and move off of it though. I can't click on you.
Yep, can do.
How do I loot again?
How do you what? Oh,
Loot.
you can't loot these. I have to do it manually.
Okay.
But that's fine. I am going to go ahead. You notice 2 gems in your loot, and a piece of leather armor has been added to your inventory.
Oh.
I will delete the big one so I don't mess it up.
As you say.
And Miku, you want this top one?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Booyah. You notice a piece of leather armor as well as 1 gem.
She takes the gem because shiny. The leather armor does not do her any good, however. She will ask, hey, down if you want leather armor.
No, I'm good.
Does anybody want this corpse down here?
If no one else is going to search it, I will.
Nilar's trying to fashion like a rope around the frozen encased bodies.
Do you have
Okay,
rope
yes.
on you?
Then I shall search it.
Okay. I won't ask for a check because I feel like you have enough time to do your dots as you please.
After she quickly checks the enemy in front of her, I think it was one of the dwarves, she's going to check on Nero. How's Nero doing?
He stopped convulsing from the electric shock therapy he has received many times over.
What about the bloodletting?
Clear.
You mean from your arrow that
Yes.
pierced
do.
him? Yeah, I mean, it seems to have coagulated around the arrow itself. So,
So I'm guessing he's not saying anything if you're only describing his behavior.
Colette, why do you seem to smile more when aiming at a child with the crossbow?
I've always committed to being child-free. I've done it for over 400 years at this point.
Shot children?
No, just not had children in my life or around me in any form or fashion.
Oh,
I see no reason to start now.
I tend to be the same. They always touch my spell components, they go for my spell books, and it's sticky for days.
More importantly, they tend to shit themselves.
if you had that much voltage running through your body, I feel like you would shit yourself too. I'm just throwing that out there.
Shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Luckily, in a very spell-casting heavy society, we all have prestidigitation. No baby poop.
Okay, so I'll say you have those scarecrows tied up.
In ice.
Did you do it over the ice or did you melt the ice?
Well, if I could, I would love to first melt it, and then I'll even freeze the ropes into the ice.
Nope.
For more
Why do we need ropes for dead, frozen opponents?
Oh, it's for transportation. I need to take these specimen with us, probably for further study. I've never encountered this species, actually. I'm quite fascinated with their anatomy.
I'm just picturing this idea in your head like, well, what if they are their parents? That's cool. We'll throw their hard, boarded up asses on top of the one mule you have. Because you guys don't have your cart anymore? You left it on the other side of the swamp?
I don't need to throw them on the cart. They're ice. Just let them...
Just tie a rope to their
Yeah.
feet and drag them.
Oh my god. Well, this took a turn.
Chaotic neutral.
Also, sorry, I forgot to voice this, but there was 2 gems and another piece of leather armor on that dwarf.
Good.
I do have a rule about gems. Gems sell at full price.
Okay.
Everything else will sell at half price, as is the D&D norm.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay. What would you guys like to do?
Once those have been secured, I guess Nilar would check for any like journals. This seemed kind of planned and very ready, like they were waiting for us.
I see what appears to be a chest on the map.
I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's
Fair enough.
not a chest.
I think
I'll
it's like a throne. Or
Yeah, it might be a chair. I know I had a
might
plan for it before.
Doesn't matter now.
Definitely not 3 dwarfs in a trench coat. I'm just saying.
Miko is just watching Nero very carefully. She just doesn't want. She knows this kid is even without the brainwashing not in a good mental state, and obviously he also took a beating, so that is largely what she's focused on, unless they want her help for something specific.
Well, I'll let the group take a vote. But would you all think Cliff would heal the child?
I think Cliff
so.
will be
Yeah, I
fine.
think so. Yep.
Okay.
And thank you, Miku, for bringing up brainwashing. I almost forgot. When I used my psychic spell, they seemed to have a resistance and grew in mass. It was quite fascinating. I think a dissection of his brain would be well worth it. Colette, would you assist me?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Go ahead and
in,
give me.
in dissecting the child's brain.
Oh, I was gonna go for the dwarves. You're really set on this children thing, children-free lifestyle.
Listen, by God,
Sorry.
I just healed the child. Can we not study his brain?
I wasn't listening to any of you, to be fair. Yeah, Miku, could you accurately lop off the top of just the skulls of these dwarves?
I'll give it a shot, sure.
I'll
Start
tell you
with the
what.
big
You can roll an attack, and if it's 16 or higher, I'll give you a clean cut. If not, you are wielding a massive fucking axe that just blows the whole thing apart.
She's going to rage because even when these things are dead, these guys stabbed her very hard by proxy and messed with a kid. So I believe it's in character for her to rage even against dead employers. And I am doing that mechanically to get advantage on the athletics check, which I believe would be needed to do this with precision.
Oh no, this is a straight attack roll.
Oh, okay. Well, then rage is also good for that, too.
I like to rage when I attack.
Okay, so great axe. Attack. And why not reckless attack against dead people?
Yeah.
No one's going to hit her back.
Okay, that's one clean cut. That
Other than that, it's a pathetic with considering reckless attack. Not a clean cut.
Exploded brain.
Yeah.
And another pretty clean cut, I imagine.
So the two that were small, you managed to get their tops of their heads off, but the one that was massive, and I'm only going in order here of where they were at on the map, that's the one you splat.
Miku, I gotta say that was the gods would be impressed with that level of accuracy.
I tried my best, but that big guy, that is outside of my pay grade.
It got big. It had a thicker skull. You know, beggars can't be choosers.
If we ever need, I'm telling you, you would do great at a butcher shop.
Hi, I'll keep that in mind next time we need to do odd jobs for cash.
All right. If you want to add your brain, 2 dwarvish brains, you can do that there, Colette.
Yeah.
You want one? I want one.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Are they Duragard, right? You said.
I'm sorry.
Brain? Are they would be Duragard brains or dwarf brains?
I don't believe I ever said.
You did. You let it slip.
Did I? Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't let it slip.
I'll write dwarf brains.
Yes, dwarf brains.
Yeah. But these, I mean, we've noticed their skin tone's different. What would we have seen about them?
I mean, you'd recognize them as dwarves, but as far as knowing the subspecies, Colette would not recognize them at all. He's never seen a dwarf like this.
Okay. But I do notice there's the physical difference in characteristics, right? Like their skin is different.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like, what is it, a hill dwarf and a mountain dwarf that you've seen so far, like, definitely looks different from the two of them.
Okay. Well, these gray, ashen-colored dwarfs might be a valuable resource later.
Creepy looking bastards, but you know, we should probably find some containers for these brains at some point.
Oh, I was gonna store mine with the corpses. Would you also?
All right, that'll work. Put mine with it as well.
Good day's work of harvesting valuable research material.
And just so I don't forget,
And saving a small child.
Oh, by the gods.
Yeah.
And he realizes that Nero is right next to him and will move away.
Are you okay, Nero?
Um,
I figure. Did he have any reaction to her slicing up brains open, or is he still in trauma mode?
he's unconscious.
Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense.
I
He
did put
proud poor.
I did put a dwarf brain in your inventory, Nylar, and I'm going to
thank-
add 2 scarecrow corpses as well because I will forget.
How the hell is Neelar able to carry all of this? Just curious.
This, I mean,
With
he's
some
dragging, so like, this isn't.
I'll definitely ask for your help, Miku.
I just don't want to forget that he's carrying these around because I don't want to drag them all over the map.
If only there were some kind of bag that we could get that would hold large quantities of material and not make it weigh any extra.
A sack
Yep.
where you could have her, perhaps.
Or potentially hold things, a bag. You know,
One that's bigger on the inside.
like a TARDIS.
What?
You might not know what a TARDIS is. It's a dwarf thing.
I don't think we can say that word.
There we go. We are going to roll that. Okay. Yeah, he's very unconscious right now.
Yeah. Neelar cannot probably even lift a small child very well, so what if you guys would like to do? Are we
Colette won't even try.
Fuck them kids.
did I by chance find a journal or any kind of writing?
No.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be anything that you can see. You do see the place is lit up. The torches, braziers, I forget what they are. They don't look magical. Like, you can see wood burning in them. There's no crystals in there. You see a lot of blood on the floor and maybe some drinkable water.
Okay. Well, we have some
Me-
time waiting for this kid. I will ritual cast detect magic and kind of just do a survey of the room.
Sure.
Miko, on the other hand, is going to check for any physical evidence to see what these guys were even doing here.
So when the fairy fire had been cast on them, the area that they were standing on, like Nylar was standing there, right? They very much look like the stone itself. If that helps things at all. So as far as evidence goes, it may be very difficult to find anything. If you want to, Miku, if you want to give me an investigation check.
Yeah, even if I don't think it'll work, it's in character of Miku to try. Yeah, she finds nothing.
Gotcha. Let's see.
Are any of those? Could I also find any of those shards on the ground?
Sure, give me an investigation. And actually, Miku, you'd be rolling at disadvantage right now for the.
It doesn't
check.
matter because that was already bad.
Yeah, you. Between your two thunder waves, you probably turned them to dust.
Mm.
I mean, they weren't very strong to begin with.
I guess our only hope for figuring out what happened here is to ask Nero when he wakes up.
So is that your guys' plan? Basically, short rest until he wakes up.
Basically, if it takes longer than that, we might start moving back, letting Nero take priority for riding on the mule.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, normal unconsciousness is going to be 1d4 hours. I won't tell you what he got, but that kind of gives you a general idea of how long it could take.
The child may still be in shock, and it may be wise to just bind him.
I mean, normally I would not be in favor of this, but I am pretty sure that killing those dwarves freed him from mind control. But I am willing to just try to.
We can't be sure that was it, and it also will protect my books from being sticky.
Sticky? Blood? Is that what you mean?
No, children are sticky, and they touch my things.
Okay, sure. Okay. We'll tie him up just in case that whatever mental effect he's under hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it has, but it's better safe than sorry.
He said, knowing full well it's gone because he had detect magic up.
You do not notice anything magical in the room, just to make sure you know.
Thank you.
So, anything else we want to do in this cave, or should we start moving back to where the wagon is?
I believe we're still awaiting the child's awakening, aren't we?
Okay, yeah, sure. We'll just hang around in the cave until Nero wakes up then.
Give me an intelligence ability check at disadvantage, Miku.
She was already at disadvantage, so okay.
Well, that's why I reiterated it.
Oh, okay. So it's not because it's really hard to figure out. It's because the effects of exhausted. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's clueless.
Man, it has been like 3-4 days since you left that cart next to the old cart that was being ransacked by what you can only assume was bandits. You may not have that wagon anymore.
That was the risk. It's why she brought the mule with us, so that if nothing else, they'd at least have the mule.
Yeah, mule's definitely neighing in the background.
All right.
Colette, for the short rest period that they spend there, is playing with his experimental elixir. He's got it in its little vial, and he's spitting it, and he's holding it up to the firelight to see as the liquid swirls and changes colors and has little sparkles throughout it. Trying to guess what it might do, but of course has no idea.
I just picture you know those little vial things that spin to separate shit?
Yep.
I feel like you just hold it in one hand, spin around in circles. Just fucking dizzy ass dwarf.
I can't get it to separate.
We'll have to work on setting up more medical tools for you and make a centrifuge, a pump action.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe when we get some of that copper you were talking about.
Oh, we shouldn't even need that. With some simple wooden gears and some cranking action, we can make a manual centrifuge.
Or, now hear me out,
Children are great for labor.
we could make it out of stone, and it would last longer.
Stone
If
would
you
be
want
fantastic.
If you want manual labor, Neelar, I'm pretty sure you're gonna want me or the mule, not this tiny little kid.
I really like how you put yourself in the same category as the mule. You need manual labor?
I need me or the mule.
I got at
To be
least
fair,
one mule
Miku.
power.
To be fair, Miku, we want it spun really fast, not cut in half.
True.
You see her spin her axe like Cloud does in Final Fantasy VII. Dun, 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 dun. Throws it behind her back.
The red mage and victory animation in Final Fantasy XIV is very similar. You just toss the entire rapier into the air and catch it as briskly.
Now I can only imagine Miku breaking out after like destroying all of your tools, going, "What can I say except you're welcome?"
All right. So you guys have pretty much looted everything that it could be looted in here, with the exception of those two corpses, the scarecrows. You took your short rest. Nero is still asleep after an hour. I use the word asleep very loosely here. And yeah, what would you like to do?
If we're doing the full hour, I'll also mend whatever clothes the kid has.
You're so nice. First I
After
shock
an
you,
hour.
now I fix you.
See, you'd think that. You'd think he's nice. But it's just because he thinks it will slow the kid down if they have rips in their clothes.
After an hour, Colette will just be tired of waiting, as the short rest will have expired at that point. And I'll be like, Cliff, get the kid, and we'll go ahead and, I don't know, get back to this mission the dragon gave us, or I don't know, whatever we're actually supposed to be doing here.
Yeah, we need to head back and get back towards the path for the capital.
Yeah, I can carry him.
All right, never mind. Miku, can you carry the kid?
Yeah, sure.
I don't have confidence after, Cliff chimed in.
I don't know what the problem is. I didn't shoot him with no arrow.
I don't know why you didn't. The child attacked one of our friends. Why wouldn't you defend your friend?
Okay, so does Miku need an athletics to move Nero around, or can she just do that?
No, he's a child. You can easily carry him.
All of you clerics in your morals talking about how the gods would be opposed to hurting children, but if children are hurting you, I don't see any problem with defending yourself.
Listen, you just gotta give the kid a spanking, okay? And you tell him no. And then you move on your way.
Largely, the animal kingdom will kill their young because they figure the adult surviving is more likely to be successful in life.
Yeah, sure, there's that. And there's also the fact that I shot the kid in the heart, and it still tried to stab Miku. So
He tried to
clearly
hug her to death.
that didn't work either.
Listen, you're not. I'm not a legal expert. I leave that stuff to the lawyers. But generally, no one is considered culpable, regardless of age, of actions taken under mind control.
I don't think anybody's culpable of anything in a cave nowhere near society.
Truth. I've done many crimes unseen. I mean, yeah, no, I have. Not here yet.
And none of us
Okay.
here to judge you, Nylar. None of us are going to judge you for that.
You're whatever crimes you did back on your homeworld are outside my jurisdiction.
We're not even on your homeworld. So is this within your jurisdiction?
What?
Would this world be within your jurisdiction? Because
I-
as I understand it, we're not even on your homeworld.
It's yeah, I have no idea. I think would need to be given a detective's license from one of the local authorities for anything to be under my jurisdiction. That is a point.
That makes sense. And if you were to rat any of us out, it would just make you a snitch, since you're not.
I am not a rat with wings.
But until then, you're a vigilante.
I guess.
It was all self-defense.
Okay. I mean, yeah, the scare people did actually did the scarecrows attack first. I think they did just because they want initiative.
They
Oh
did.
yes, they stabbed me quite violently.
Okay, sorry, I was just trying to remember what happened at the beginning of the S.
No,
Yep, they
see,
attacked first and kidnapped a child. This feels justified.
Look,
Okay, so anything else we want to do in this cave? We are agreeing to
Who's
have
helping
Miku
Nylar
care.
move the corpses, the two scarecrow corpses?
Does Miku just have to be the corpse carrier?
he'll just stand there and kind of hum and. Miku?
Because I would say, if you had to guess, you're looking at probably, I don't know, 350-ish pounds.
Let me see what Miku's
But
carrying
it's full
capacity is.
with a slick surface.
I'm not running a friction coefficient chart. I'm sorry.
You almost fell for it.
So, yeah, no, her carrying capacity is 255 pounds. And that is ignoring the weight she is carrying by carrying Nero.
I'll say
So,
he's
no,
40
she
pounds,
cannot.
just to be a nice round number.
Yeah,
I will help as well.
How about we put these corpses on the mule? Will the mule be able to handle it?
I do believe the mule could handle it, but they'd have to be unfrozen. Otherwise, it's very hard to balance a frozen board.
Oh, I was gonna tie the ropes to it. To the. Was there a saddle on it?
Oh, like basically turn the ice into sleds that the mule is pulling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, that sounds like it could work.
yeah. Oh, are you guys gonna ride the corpses?
I was
No.
if I
wondering.
can't ride the mule, then I will.
God.
I'm slow.
Normally Miko would be flying, but she cannot fly while carrying this child, I'm pretty sure.
I
So
think.
she's just walking.
Aren't
As
your
an
wings
added-
separate of your arms, or is that Owlin's?
It was my understanding that you were going to put the child on the mule.
Oh, yeah, that can also be that she could. I don't want to overburden this mule though. How can the mule handle Nero and the two frozen corpses?
And
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then she will do that. She'll just tie the rope around the child, just both, so he stays on the mule, and also in case he gets stabby again.
Yeah, mules can actually carry 420 pounds. So between the, what did I say, 350 and 40, that's only 390 pounds. So you're definitely putting a strain on him, but he's trucking along.
As an added bonus, they work as ice packs too.
I would say though that if anyone tried to ride, the mule would probably just die at that point.
So yes, the party members that cannot fly are walking. Miku is flying slightly ahead to have a better, wider vantage point of the area, and we are trying to get back to the road, even if the cart is likely gone by this point.
I mean, that is what Miku believes as she flies ahead. But what really happens is that Colette ties another rope to the mule and tries to stand on the two ice blocks and ride them like a ride behind plow. Once they start to dig in because he weighs too much, he'll get off and let the mule drag them. But there is probably half an hour there where he's trying to figure out how to not have to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in that half hour the mule is not going to be moving.
No, probably not.
That mule has an additional carrying capacity of 30 pounds.
Yeah. So does it work?
So I'm not sure how much you weigh without your pack, but I know with
Much
your
more
pack
than
you have 140 pounds just in it. And I feel like dwarves are pretty stocky creatures in
They're
general.
kind of dense.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, do you guys just continue down to the capital then?
Yeah, she's trying to get back on the road.
Okay. I mean, you didn't go the wrong direction with what you were
Oh,
doing.
okay.
I don't know if you guys saw the map that I had posted, showing your route and where the cave was. You're actually closer now than, uh, if not just a little off course.
Okay, so if Miku actually takes a quick look at that map, she'll be like, "Oh, it's just better to keep going directly to where we were going anyway." So yes, once she looks at a map, she'll like, "Okay, never mind. Let's keep going towards the capital."
Okay, we'll go ahead and do a little theater of the mind for this because I don't have like random spots built up. For the most part, it goes without a hitch. Nero does wake up after about 2 hours from when he initially went down. So yeah, your initial long or short rest did not. It hadn't been enough time, but about an hour traveling afterwards, he does wake up, and he's going to start crying. He's yelling about his boo-boos and so on and so forth. Not sure if anybody would like to chime in. I won't chime in as Cliff because I'm sure he would try to comfort the child, but I'll leave that for him.
Yeah, Miku is just gonna fly down and give him a pat on the shoulder. I'm like, "It's okay. You're free now. We're going to try to at least take you somewhere safer than this."
Vilar's gonna like lean over to Colette and whisper, "Do I zap him again?"
If he doesn't shut up, we're going to have to do something. I'm not going to listen to children crying for the
She
rest of
hearing this, Miku will go, "You might want to be quiet just to make sure that we don't attract any other monsters, okay?"
I'd rather deal with monsters than crying children.
I second that.
Miku is trying to sugarcoat the the mean arguments of everyone else.
Mom? Dad, where are you?
Oh,
Now, it truly whisper, and a true whisper, so that the child truly can't hear. Colette will lean back to Nylar and go, I tried to use Mom as a sled earlier, but the mule wasn't strong enough.
I don't think you would. Have you guys decided to inspect the corpses yet?
No, I think they're still in ice.
They're still on ice, yeah.
Oh.
Only Neelar has strong beliefs that's it. But we don't know where your parents are. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Miku, they're right here. They're in the ice. We'll get to town and they'll be revived with some magic, I'm sure.
That's I hope we can afford that.
What do you mean afford it? It's just a common courtesy. If you die unexpectedly, they bring you back.
So, you're familiar with the fact that maybe you're not.
I tried to explain money to him a couple of weeks back, aka last session.
In most places, it is the religious factions that are able to do reviving magics, we'll say. And in most places, or at least the places I have experienced in my life, religious factions are really just businesses, and they're out for your money. So,
What if you can't afford it?
then you don't come back.
Uh,
What?
I'm a bit more sympathetic because you do need to keep all your clergy fed, and a lot of these places also run soup kitchens, which keep the general populace alive. But yeah, I'm expecting that it'll cost a pretty penny to get this kid's parents back.
Yeah, it's
That
make believe for profit.
that's so inefficient and terrible. A lifespan of people just lost and destroyed for money.
So
This-
let me
That's why why I'm special, because I am significantly cheaper to bring back. It usually requires very expensive gems to do that.
oh
It
no,
would not in my case.
you normally require expensive, as you've explained, money gems for revival for my world too. But it's worth the cost for a lifetime of work and contribution to society. It purely makes no sense. It's inefficient. It's a waste. It's a waste. And this is the first time you see him like angry. And he doesn't even know really how to respond.
let's
We'll see what we can scrape together when we get to the capital.
what's more inefficient is I don't know, wasting resources on dead people when, as much as I can't stand them, you could just have more children and replace them 2 or 3 times over. And then you actually have an entire lifetime of work and study and effort instead of however many years they would have had left.
Every time I hear Nylar talk, I'm like, his society kind of sounds like the ancients from FF14. Which is good, because that's a pretty sweet-ass society.
Parts of it are good. Simply, I cannot agree. The effect of one life can outweigh most material components. And
Might also, if here's another factor: how long do your people typically live?
oh, how would I convert it to your time? It would probably be an estimate relation, 350-ish years.
Yeah,
400?
most Erica top out at around 70 years. Lucky ones get to be about 100.
How do you get things done? I mean, it's not terrible, but most efficient researches of significance gain take 100, 200 years. A life's work?
Yeah, and let's be honest, a person's value should be 100% based on what they can produce and provide to society. If
I don't agree
Oh, I
on
agree.
that, but unfortunately, his mentality is not uncommon.
No, I agree with that. I think it's what you can produce and provide to a society, but it is also the fault of most underdeveloped societies that can't find efficiency and use for almost anyone.
You're all having this conversation as Nero is still crying, calling for his
Yes.
mommy and
I-
daddy.
I'm sorry, child. It appears this society is ill-developed and inconsequential, and you'll have to go without. I'm sure
We're-
you... Go ahead.
Uh, yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Jesus, we would need a whole lot of money to get both of them.
I'd say the nearest large town, at least by the map, is at least a couple of weeks away.
Well, we don't need to worry too much about the state of the corpses, because shape water can be continually recast. And
Not when I'm
ice
asleep.
ice preserves corpses. That's kind of famously something it does.
Yeah, but even after a couple of weeks, by my best estimations, be more valuable to a necromancer than it would to a cleric.
As well as while I fall asleep, I cannot preserve them.
Oh,
It
yeah,
might
that's true.
linger for some. And the real issue is most studies have indicated after prolonged death, the energy does not want to return to the body, not as it was.
Perhaps we ask the kid if they bury or burn their dead. That would probably be the more appropriate thing to do.
Yes.
So, just want to clarify, you're going to ask the 7-year-old child if they burn or bury their dead?
100%.
I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask the. Let's start it out with a nice question. And it's not entirely a nice one, but has he ever been to a funeral before?
No.
Okay, so he.
Would you like
this kid
to?
doesn't.
Oh. I didn't realize y'all were the BBEGs of the story. Jesus.
Why is it that Miku has a negative charisma modifier, but is still the best with people?
So do I. I also have a negative charisma modifier.
I'm even. I'm 0.
But Miku has pretty much been the face so far.
Yeah.
You don't want Nelar being the face.
It's all right. It's all right. If I die, I'll bring in a rogue that will also be the face, but will be chaotic evil as well.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so we have established that we do not know how his people traditionally get rid of their dead. I think if that's the case, then the cremation. Does anyone have any containers? Because at least with cremation, we have ashes he can decide on what he wants to do with it when he's older and can better process what happened.
I've got one glass bottle and I'm not giving it up.
Let's see what containers Miku has. She has an oil flask.
Why do we need a container?
You've never heard of urns?
No, we just blast burn everything into disintegration.
So your people don't particularly care what happens to corpses after death, I'm guessing.
There's no significant reason to if revivification is not possible. Find more means.
For societies where death is more common, ironically, I think it's treated with more finality. This ritual would be for the kid and not for the parents who souls have gone to wherever. I don't know. I'm not a theologian. I didn't get picked for cleric or paladin school. And I personally think that burning the bodies, if we have some kind of container for the ashes, he can at least decide what he wants to do later when he's better capable of processing all this. Obviously, you don't want to volunteer your stuff. Fine, you're an alchemist. That stuff is important. But do you agree with the general principle?
Look, I've got a backpack that has a history of deciding what it weighs based on I might give that up.
Well, looks like we lost Nylar there for a sec.
Did.
Okay.
I have a leather pouch I can use. I think I can give up.
Hey, good news. We found your parents. Hands him a vial.
Okay. I think normally I would not tier Cliff, but Cliff is a cleric, and thus probably the one who would be most familiar with doing funeral rites. Does he have any containers that we could use for this?
We could possibly. I believe most soil, especially near any water, is rich with sediment and clay. We may be able to craft a pot while making this fire.
Does anybody have pottery tools or proficiency in pottery?
Miku's a detective. She ain't any pot. She's not a potter.
I could use my carpentry skills
To make a
some
wood.
carpentry tools and take like a wood stump and make a container out of wood.
Just making a little top box, something simple.
Yeah.
6 sides total.
Yeah, I
One
can
being
do that.
removable. Yeah, are you gonna? I take it you use your skill to change your tools into some carpenter tools and whatnot.
That's accurate.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll with your carpenter tools.
Can I aid him and mend anything that he needs? Like, oops.
Well, the DC won't be very high for this. It's a very simple.
It's an 11.
Yeah, I'll say that it succeeds. It's very crude looking. You left some bark in some places and whatnot, but your joinery will work. Yeah, there's no holes in it. The lid's a bit loose, though.
Nylar will use his wax to create a wax seal once the ashes are in.
Yeah. So,
Before all the burning happens, Miku is going to ask if he wants to watch this, and if he doesn't, that's okay.
So, have you explained to Nero yet that? First off, have you guys checked the corpses to see if they're even his parents?
Yeah, let's confirm this before we.
I mean,
put a lot of pomp and circumstances into this.
Because all you guys know so far is you have 2 corpses and you don't know where his parents are.
I'll build the funeral pyre either way. We need to dispose of the corpses no matter what they are. But yeah, we should inspect them.
Yeah, if it's just actual random monsters and not products of horrific human experiments, we can just burn it and not bother preserving anything. But what can we see through Nilar's ice?
Did you say we don't need to preserve it? You just told Nilar you don't need to preserve it?
Okay.
Dissection time. We'll drop.
Take them into the woods. Take them into the woods to prepare them for their funeral rites.
But
don't talk to me, Nylar. Don't talk to me. Just take the bodies into the woods.
Let's make sure
prepare them for their funeral rites.
Yes, sir.
Okay, look, Mika's just going to inspect what she can make of these corpses through the ice.
All you can see through the ice is the scarecrow attire.
Okay, so she's going to go with Nilar and see if she can remove any of the scarecrow stuff to get a better sense of what happened, what's underneath the burlap.
Okay.
Also investigate it if that's all right.
I don't think this is going to take an investigation check. You're basically just stripping the attire off, as it were. Aside from the blood, which has turned a brownish, you definitely see a couple that looks vaguely familiar.
I love how we're going back to the dungeon, and yes. Okay.
I will search the bodies for
anything useful.
Valuable.
Okay. Yeah, I had something just for that.
I will, as proper dissection protocol, strip them of everything.
As long as we burn it afterwards, Nero never needs to know this happened.
So I added 4 things to your loot.
All right.
One of them is a heart, right?
No. If you guys are trying to take parts off of them aside from general,
No.
you're gonna have to give me some rolls for that one.
Yeah, we're just getting stuff we don't like, limbs or anything.
No. He'll mostly just do a like autopsy, try and figure out main causes of death and any like significant racial differentials.
Axe. Yeah. Axe. A lot of puncture wounds from, missiles that might or might not have been magic. I would say that the autopsy is very clear what the cause of death was. Long and short of it, you.
So
No,
they were
I didn't lay a finger on them.
You are right.
I will give both of the family portraits to Miku and say, hey, you might want to give one of these to the kid so they've got something to remember their parents by. Definitely not something I'm interested in doing.
okay.
I don't
So,
have to transfer to Miko. So,
I took care of that.
thank you.
it was a tragedy. There was no real way of knowing at the time that that these were brainwashed. Even after we figured out that's likely who we were, I thought they were undead.
Once my dissection is complete, I will try and take the time to use shape water repeatedly to clean the corpses and kind of pseudo embalm them, taking out the blood and then putting water in and freezing it to hold a shape.
Okay.
Is he still trying to see if he can preserve them enough for them to be resurrected later?
No.
And
No.
Nylar, go ahead and give me an investigation. With that investigation roll, since you were trying to glean some, racial traits from them, they remind you of a woman and her father. Rebecca comes to mind. Seems similar, but not quite the same.
Nature.
What's that?
He kind of just mumbles notes for himself. Elven in nature, because I believe that's what Rebecca and her father were. Or half elf, maybe.
Yeah, similar, but not quite the same. In fact, they almost feel, well, I guess it wouldn't really make a difference. They do feel cool to the touch.
They preserve themselves. What wonderful specimens.
All right.
That must be an evolutionary trait developed to help with the revivification process for the society. He'll note to himself.
Ah, yes, yes. Or perhaps even a resurrection.
Well, better let him on fire.
Time to burn them. Yeah? What do you use to burn them? You guys just do a funeral pyre and...
Yeah, we'll get some kindling together, work up to bigger pieces of wood and a log, and do it that way. Just make sure to clear out space so the fire doesn't spread.
Also, by this point, I believe you all would have long rested.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and get rid of your exhaustion.
And does anyone have like a sheet or something we can cover them with?
Oh, right. We have Miku has lantern oil. That could kickstart the process pretty quickly.
Or
I will cover them with this useless ass leather armor I collected off of the dwarves.
It's so useless. It needs to be burned.
Yep. I really don't want to carry it around. It's too
You can
close to being encumbered to carry it.
you can delete it if you so choose, or you
I
can
did.
ask somebody else if they want to carry it. I mean,
No, we burned it in a fire.
got it. Then feel free to delete.
But, so they're not naked. You can say the child can say their final goodbyes. It was, at least in my society, even though death took a long time, when it happens, we see it coming and we say goodbye to each other. I'm sorry this child didn't have that chance.
Yeah.
Okay. And just so everybody is aware, exhaustion are the 6 little dots underneath your portrait on your sheet.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Good to know.
So yeah, you burn these bodies. I assume you have Nero watching.
Yeah, I mean, if he said yes when Miku asked if he wanted to say goodbye, she would bring him. If he said no, she wouldn't.
He would go ahead and he would tell you yes. But
Okay.
as the pyre starts to light on fire and he sees his mom and his father slowly engulfed in flames, he starts sobbing.
She's just gonna put a hand on him to comfort him.
I just picture Sheldon. They're there.
That's definitely Nilar.
Yeah, that's Neelar. Miku is a bit awkward, but she's got the spirit.
Yeah. As you guys, so the pyre goes up, smoke rolling in the distance, their bodies slowly engulfed in flames, and as the morning comes and goes, kind of a rough night for y'all. You do get the long rest out of it, no exhaustion or anything, but you were definitely woken up in the middle of the night a few times as Nero was crying in his sleep and calling for his mom and dad.
Oh.
So, you guys go to the next city?
Yep.
You're like, yeah, I'm done with this sad shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
I will do my best to preserve our dwarf brains by freezing, and then I'll also keep water next to the frozen water for it to naturally freeze for nighttime for preservation.
Okay. You guys spend a couple of weeks on the road, and I will determine the exact amount of time. But you finally make it to a place called Meek. And
Probably gonna need to find some more rations while we're here.
How long did it take us? Sorry.
a few weeks.
He said a couple weeks.
Couple weeks, few weeks, somewhere in there.
I only have 12 days rations.
Probably would have had at least.
Miku will do some survival checks to forage for stuff.
Yeah, if you want to give me some survival checks to extend your rations with berries and other such things.
Is 12 good enough to get anything?
You'll probably get a couple of days of berries out of that.
Wow.
Also got a 12.
I'd say all of you are able to find a little something, a few days worth of stuff.
Imagine we're all just kind of like a little annoyed, a little hungry.
We are all consistently not good at survival.
Got some berry shits, a little.
Unfortunately, Cliff is unable to find anything, and I'll let you all know that he does ask you guys for rations because his seem to be disappearing oddly quickly.
Okay, Miku will definitely lend Cliff some.
I'll say that you guys do make it to Meek, and did you all see that pop up?
Yep.
Okay.
So with my 12 days rations, how did I use all of them getting there?
Oh, you actually had to ration your rations.
Okay.
Um,
So, first place we go is the tavern for some food and beverages.
Oh yes.
you still
Some
have
swirl.
I mean, you don't really have a whole lot of money at the moment.
Also, we have a child with us. What do we do about the kid? Oh wait,
You're
yeah,
right.
no, it's a modern taboo to not bring children into bars.
Is it? I could have sworn at the previous town I overheard someone saying sell children, but
Sell children.
You can, you shouldn't. It's illegal,
oh,
probably. I assume it's highly illegal.
Would you guys like to go to the market first to sell your wares?
okay.
I thought you were going to say sell the child.
I mean, if you
Different market.
Miko has a couple of bits of armor she's been carrying that she has no interest in using. So, and an amber. I
I
have
do
no
have
idea where she got the amber, but
I do
she'll
have
sell that too.
I
I
do
will.
have some money. I have like 6 silver, 7, I guess.
I will sell one of the gems just to get a little bit of pocket change.
we'll go ahead and place you in the market. I will go ahead.
So I guess today was not a day of meeting with the other group.
No,
Yeah.
it's just misdirection.
Okay, so how do I sell things again?
You should just be able to go in and I believe it's just drag it on there.
Ah, the vending machine.
The vending machine. Everyone loves a vending machine.
I'm guessing I can't sell it to the apothecary because it's an apothecary, not a. Okay, the armory. Yeah, that makes sense.
If you have a hard time selling it, just let me know in order, and I'll what you're selling, and I'll change it for you. Or you can add the gold and delete the gem.
Okay, so 55 and 10, so that's 65 gold. That's for the chainmail and heavy armor.
Yeah, the armor will be at half price, but all the gems sell at full price.
Okay, well, how much is amber worth? 100 gold. Jesus, that's good actually.
I thought you guys would like to go to the market before, drinking.
Naturally. So none of the people
That's
have any money.
100,
Will they still
105.
be able to buy our stuff?
Yeah, if you just want to add like the gold to your stuff and then just delete the gem or delete the armor or whatever the case is.
23 plus 105 is 128 gold. So yeah, she got a decent amount of money off selling some loot.
I'm rich.
I guess I will go to the apothecary and I have this marvelous brain here for you, well preserved. It came from this strange creature. It looked like my friend here, but when hit with a burst of psychic energy, it doubled in size. It was amazing.
So Peter. Peter is a above table. Peter is my character from my Strixhaven campaign. So that I'm currently running. So I love Peter.
Are there any? Does he have any potions of healing? Because Miku would benefit greatly from having a couple of those on hand.
He does not currently have any on him.
To check the general store because that one's such a common thing. But nope, no potions there.
You say you got that off of a dwarf.
Oh yes, he was ashen in color, and had those marvelous properties about him.
Yeah.
I have a theory that his brain matter may be able to be used for potions of psychic resistance, possibly.
Let me see it. Is it fresh?
Oh, I mean, fairly fresh.
That's no good to me if I can't use it.
It's
If it's all
preserved in
rotten.
it's preserved in ice. I'm the best at what I do. And I'll pull it out, and it'll be like a crystal clear cylinder holding the brain of ice.
He's gonna inspect it over. But you said your ice doesn't stick around while you sleep, right?
That's why for the brain, because it was small enough, I kept normal water, and then I kept my magical water during the day until that would freeze to hold it over
Oh,
during
so
the night.
you were trying to make a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Looks at least like a couple of days old.
Yeah. Roughly.
You see him smell it. No smell. It's not rotten. I'll give you 10 gold for it.
These are fine materials, and I'm presuming more difficult to come by. Make it 14.
Give me a persuasion check. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go as high as 13.
You pull a hard bargain on valuable materials, but a wise man you are.
Go ahead and remove that brain and add 13 gold.
You are a man, correct? I've been terrible at this lately. I was berate.
Yes, I am a man.
Okay.
Nola down there is my girlfriend. She is a girl. Rainier is my friend. He is a boy. But he likes men. So that's a thing. And Bathan down there, he's new, but he's also a man.
To know.
I also have a brain for you that was preserved in very much the same way.
Was it really?
Yeah, I told him I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, got it. Do we got to roll a deception? Then I'll give you the same deal I gave him. 13 gold.
I'll take it.
And he'll inspect them. He starts pulling out some some brewing tools and some alchemy tools, and he starts tinkering with them. Pater here is
Marvelous
also
craft.
an artificer.
Yeah. Colette has spent quite a bit of time just like picking up the vials of things that he has, like holding them up to the light and like swirling them around. Nothing really jumps out at him as something that he desperately wants. So he will go without purchasing, but has definitely lingered at this booth for quite a while.
Pater's booth?
Yep.
You actually see this little contraption moving around. It looks a lot like a cannon, but it's it's much smaller, tiny even. It has 4 legs, and it just walks around him.
What is that you have there? This mechanical contraption that seems to circle you and
Oh, that. Well, it's one of my inventions. We call it an eldritch cannon.
fascinating.
Oh, yes. If you look on top here, I have 3 little buttons. This red one, it makes it shoot out flames. And this blue one, it makes it makes you a bit harder to hurt. And this last one, this yellow one, oh, this is a good one. Real long range. You hit somebody and they go flying ass over tea kettle. It's the funniest thing you could see.
And would you say that it was difficult to make?
Very specialized.
Would you say that there was significant? Would you say that it's more mechanical or more? Was there any chemical components to it?
This is 100% cog work.
Not quite my specialty. You know, I spend a lot more time with my chemistry set than I do with my metalworking and tool sets.
I do know how to brew. I can make most potions. But that's thanks to Nala here. She is a druid, and while we were in school, her school was very big into making those types of things, potions of healing. I'm good with poisons. Well, I'm a 1T. I'm not sure if you could tell by my features, but I am a 1T, so I can produce my own venom. And yeah, so I understand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I am not really familiar with anything more than dwarves. Spent the past couple of weeks with a bird. That was a new thing that I've never done before.
But
And
an
then,
owlin or an Arakakra?
Miku, what are you?
Aarakocra.
That's the one.
Okay. Yeah,
And then
I'm
And then
familiar.
the blue guy, still don't know what he is. Other than
The
blue.
Dolphin.
Oh,
And
I
then-
would have thought you were an Alodrin by your blue skin, maybe even winter.
What are Eladrin?
Basically elves.
Oh, we burned some of those.
Oh, you don't say. I probably wouldn't just shout that out in the middle of a market.
Really?
They
It
were
was
already
for a
dead.
funeral.
I'll add
They
it
were
to the
already-
list.
Oh,
They were already dead before we burned them.
well, that's good. That things get real shades of gray when they're still alive.
Oh, good thing we killed them.
I see you have one behind you. You're not planning on killing that one, are you? That seems a bit young.
No, they stopped. This one stopped stabbing me. So I don't think I need to.
I believe it was dead at one point, and then the green one brought it back.
Is he a druid or a cleric? Paladin, maybe.
Cleric, I think. I don't have much use for the deities.
Yeah, well, my deity's Seth. So, I'm not too familiar with the cleric ones.
What does your government establish within its religion?
Well, the kingdom here, mostly the state governed deity is he who carries the canaries. I don't pay too much attention to it. You could probably ask a priest or something the actual name, but it's something to do with canaries.
No, no, sorry. Your deity. I keep calling it government. They seem so similar to me. Seth, was it?
Seth is my deity.
Seth. What does Seth embody?
Oh, he's a flying snake.
Oh,
but he's legend has it at least that he is our creator, the One T.
Oh, that's very impressive of a feat to craft a race is no simple task.
Oh yes, he's. Some people don't like him. Some people call him evil. I don't agree.
He created life, so that doesn't seem very evil.
Well, I mean, in their defense, he does embody traps, poison, and murder. So, yeah, I mean, I
Aren't
get
those
where they're
all
coming
things
from.
we hunters use in this area?
Yeah, murder usually applies to other humanoids, not necessarily to animals in general.
Ah, a common mistake. Humanoids are animals, in fact.
Oh, I agree, but we're talking about the lower life forms.
Oh.
Those we use for food, beasts of burden, so on and so forth when we refer to animals. They
Oh,
don't
okay.
carry sentience.
That's a interesting distinction, but nonetheless, he seems very powerful and would be marvelous to meet and learn how he crafted you.
And he's gonna like furrow his eyebrows. If anybody's gonna dissect anybody, I'm curious about why you're blue.
So,
It was likely an evolutionary trait due to our sea dwelling from early evolution, and it was a means to camouflage from predators.
Ah, yes. No, I understand. I could definitely see that. I'm sorry, miss. What were you saying?
oh, sorry. I just wanted to look for a rapier for Miku because she realized the limitations of having no weapons that can pierce or bludgeon when fighting those Dwergar. And unfortunately,
Definitely
they're
dwarfs,
the
not definitely dwarfs. Definitely, yeah.
but there do not seem to be any rapiers, so that sucks. I mean, out of character, I could just have. In character, she can just buy a warhammer, but you know why I want that rapier.
Oh, I understand. What you see is what you got. They do replenish their stocks every once in a while, and it's completely random at what gets thrown in here.
You are realizing pain is not fun, and death is permanent, apparently. Stupid.
Well, it's semi-permanent.
Well, it's-
I myself have been able to bring people back to life. He pulls out this small device from his hand, and like literally from the center of his hand, I am able to apply a shock with this. I place it on the chest, wires extend out. It shocks them, brings them back to life, but it's only if they've died in the past minute. And I'm still working on doing something stronger.
Oh, that's wonderful. That seems like a slight modification upon my shock shock spell. I used it to, well, make the child go to sleep for a while. But that seems very useful.
I feel like there's easier ways to put the child to sleep than to shock
Oh, it was
them.
quite effective.
That it is. I feel like you could drop them off a building and they'd go to sleep pretty quickly, but it tends to be frowned upon in regular society.
That's a lot more work. I have to carry the child to the top. No wonder it's frowned upon. Why waste so much time?
We were in a cave, not regular society, so no one was frowning.
Ah, well, that explains why you didn't drop them from the top. Yes, I understand.
Also, he had bled out quite a bit before that.
I'm not sure I want to keep selling things to you people. I feel like you're gonna do something not kosher.
Listen, that revival thing, yeah, that sounds incredibly useful. How much do you want for it?
Oh, you can have that. This
Oh,
took me over a year to create.
Fair enough.
But
Could you teach Kalut how to make it?
I'm
Luke's definitely
sure.
like making sketches already and taking notes. And
I'm sure in time he'll figure it out. I doubt he wants me to tell him how to make it.
Do you?
He seems like my kind of people, except for the whole assaulting children and burning people thing.
no, I've got a nice kind of idea. Maybe work with Nylar and that
To put the children,
style that
the
he's got.
child thing in context, the kid was under mental influence to attack us, and it took significantly longer to down the casters and we were at incredible risk until that happened. I was trying to knock him out, and I'm very grateful we didn't need to permanently injure him.
I don't feel like I owe anyone an explanation for anything.
So you're telling me between the four of you that child overpowered you?
I have no idea how he's so good at stabbing people. I just don't.
Haven't you ever seen a baby's nails? That's all they do is stab you, stab you, stab you.
Slashing damage, definitely.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying. But you're telling me it took four of you? Apparently,
Well, we were mostly
shocked the hell out of them.
As they say, it takes a village.
We mostly focused on the people who were actually causing the problem. So it wasn't our biggest priority.
Gotcha. It was an afterthought to electrocute the child. Got it.
Oh no, it was the first thought.
Hey.
I figured out it was mind controlled right away and that we should focus on the real casters once we found them.
To be clear,
We hit it before we saw them.
That's good you eventually got around to, doing the right thing. Was that before or after he was frothing from the mouth?
I think the frothing happened once they fell unconscious.
Yeah, that does add up. Well, so, is there anything else I could do for you? I feel like some guards are probably going to come find me and question me if I talk to you much longer.
as long as they don't question me, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Bathan will chime in for a second. I wouldn't want to carry children around either. There's you can always drop them off at the orphanage at the other side of town.
Sounds like as good a place as any for him.
I mean, unless you're trying to adventure with them, but I'd recommend not shocking the kid any further. It really stunts their development.
There's an interesting study. If you hit the correct nodes at their temples, they can advance faster. I wonder if they'd be willing to test it.
I probably wouldn't go that route, but, that's not my problem.
I would bet money that child wants us to go away as quickly as possible. As much as we want the child gone, the child probably wants us gone as well.
Children do only impede studies.
Unless the child is the subject of the study.
It's true.
Well,
Wait, is he the subject?
No.
Oh.
well, would you guys like to go to the... I'll
To the
say he marked
bar?
it on your map, but would you guys like to go to the orphanage?
I'd like some real food. Cliff, if you want to take the kid to the orphanage.
I imagine the child, they eat, right? These eat?
We've been feeding it for several weeks.
Him, he is not an object.
We've been feeding it for several weeks.
mean, if you guys are looking for a restaurant first, I mean, this is as good a place as any to find a restaurant.
I think it just depends what we pass on the way to the orphanage. If we see a restaurant,
Oh, you guys
We can
would
give the kid
definitely-
one last good meal before we dump it.
You guys would definitely come across at least 2 or 3 restaurants. I'll give you the option of a food stand, a common sit-down restaurant, and a fancy sit-down restaurant.
Common all the way.
Yeah, that sounds like a good compromise between blowing our money on the nice food and not having some sense of gravitas saying goodbye to Nero.
Okay. I don't really have a scene for this specifically, but yeah, you'll go in there. They have simple things like burgers and common pork steaks and stuff like that. It's fairly reasonable if you guys were to go down there and just have some food. They do have beer, no wine or meat or anything like that, but just like some common beer. If you do it without drinks, it'll probably run you about 4 gold. If you do it with drinks, you got a dwarf in the group, so we're just gonna take it up to 8 gold.
All right, 8 gold is gone.
Okay, that. Yeah, Nico is also an alcoholic, so yeah, she's gonna do with drinks.
Are we splitting that gold between all of us, or is it 8 gold?
2 gold each, or
yeah, it's 8 gold total, and that would
Okay.
be for Nero, all of you. I assume Nero's probably drinking juice.
Yeah.
While he could probably use a drink after his little adventure, I don't think they would serve him.
is it? What time of day is it, by the way? Is this like the morning and we're just getting shit faced?
No, it is. I haven't changed the time, but it's 1800.
Okay.
Nyla, do you got any money?
I, in fact, do. It's crazy. They don't get angry at me when I give them this stuff for.
I'm going to allow you.
Thanks.
I'm going to allow you to conduct a study in the practice of paying for your own shit.
I don't think I like this study.
It's
you
science.
gotta get used to the way society works, Neelar.
It's a social experiment.
I do like an experiment. What's our control group?
Control group is you.
Damn
Damn it.
it.
The
All
test
right.
group. The test group is also you.
Damn it. And then I think you bought Nylar's drinks last time, so I will pay for you as well.
Oh, okay.
Broke-ass bitch now.
Yeah, you guys have your meal and your drinks. Do you continue on your way to the orphanage, or is there
Yeah.
something else you want to do here?
No, I think the next stop is the orphanage.
Yeah.
Nylar will, I guess, try and jot down a few notes on the farmer's almanac for the child on like ways to earn money, and none of it's probably going to make sense to a kid. Eventually, maybe.
Glad you think he can read.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something. I will go ahead and load this up just so you guys can see it. But
Doesn't have a pub, does have an orphanage.
it's almost like I knew you guys were going to kill his parents.
You set it up by throwing 2 scarecrow mooks against a bird.
I wonder if they'll kill the person that just stabbed him in the ribs.
I was wondering if you were going to kill the child. I mean, you already killed his parents. What?
There's a strong
You know.
possibility.
But yeah, this is where we'll end today's session. Also, good news, everyone! You guys will be going to level 4.
Woo! Level up.
I mean, yay. I wasn't
Very
like,
nice.
hoping that
Oh,
he was here.
Yeah,
So
it's
without the rapier, I do not think I will be taking a level in rogue yet. Though I am wondering if I should focus on upping her strength or to get some dex in. What do you, I'll discuss build in Discord.
I
So the
will have you
leader.
guys complete it not by Saturday tomorrow, but a little over a week from now. Please have the builds set up so I can import.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, we can't manually change our character sheets. Fair enough.
Oh, D&D Beyond, right?
yeah, D&D Beyond. So make sure you. I'll leave this open for everybody. Uh, but yeah, make sure you have your rations and your healers kits and all that stuff on D&D Beyond. Because once I import it, if you don't have it in there, it will just disappear.
Okay.
Um, so yeah,
All right. Good.
well, if we can go ahead and go to Discord if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, gripes, complaints, or you just want to say how awesome I am. For everybody out there that may or may not see this episode, thank you for joining us. I believe that will end our stream.
All right. Thank you so much.